And hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today we are hopefully about to see Summerslam 25 tier. I'm just setting up the actual stream itself. And of course, it's not letting us in just yet, so we might need to wait a little while, but I'm sure it won't be too long. And regardless, we might even be here for the next part of an hour before we actually get into the actual stream itself, but in the meantime, we'll just sit here and wait, and we can speculate and talk about the brand new tier that's upcoming before it actually begins. I'm just going to make sure that the chat is actually live and working. Baron says, link shared. Congratulations. Thank you, Baron. You are also ranked #1 in the top fans. Yes, okay, good. It does seem like the chat is working. Okay, I guess that's all we're getting at the moment is just that one little guitar riff while we are waiting. If anyone else finds that the game is up, do let me know. I am very, very interested. Deshant Sharma says, what's up? Alex Gardner says, hi, Grandcat. Hello, Alex. Hello, Deshant. Welcome to the stream. Aaron Morgan says, we're so back. Hello, Aaron. Welcome to the live stream. We have only been live streaming for 103 seconds. He said, Chris Quilly says hi. Hello, Chris. Very nice to meet you. Baron Von Joy says, come on, Cat Daddy, let us pass the velvet rope already. Well, I mean, the second that it goes up, we will get in. It's Toff says, hello, 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 Toff. Welcome to the live stream. You're also ranked #2 in the fans. Ayush says, how is your day? Love from India. Wow, the Grand Cat Grand Fleet really does extend all over the world, all the way to India. My day has been quite fantastic. I have been up to a lot of stuff, been doing a lot of backstage adminning. Not necessarily for the YouTube, but for other parts of my work and such. It's been quite a long and rather stressful day. But, however, I was rewarded with some very cool Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel U2's figures that arrived just today. So I'm very, very excited about those. Maybe I'll do an unboxing of them at some point in the future. Is anyone on here perhaps a fan of Hell of a Boss or Has Been Hotel? I am quite excited for the new series coming out. And meantime, we are... Anyone just new to the stream? This is literally all that's happening when we're trying to sign in to... into the Summerslam 25. Alex Gardner says, yeah, I am. Excellent. It's nice to see that, of course, some of the Grand Cat fans are also fans of other things. Just helping myself to some water, of course. Always make sure that you are indeed hydrated. I saw this image, and it's the image I'm using for the thumbnail of this video, of the Eddie Guerrero with the title over his shoulder. I saw it on the WWE Supercard Discard server. Oh, Toff says, I loved Has Been Hotel Pilot, but never caught the full series. Need to catch up on to Hell of Boss. Oh, it's a very, very worthwhile, Toff. I think you would very much enjoy it. I mean, maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's certainly exactly what big old Grand Cat enjoys watching. It is very, very cool. Adult humor. Aaron Morgan says, I thought Cena would be a special edition. Smart, they put him in the Battle Pass because they're going to sell loads, I think. Absolutely, you are correct, Aaron. I will certainly be one of those that will be getting the Battle Pass. Alex Gardner says, do you have any advice for anyone starting a YouTube channel? Well, my advice, if you want to try and get into YouTube, is to not take it seriously. Do it for fun. Make sure that you're enjoying it. Oh, Simon6 says, hello. Hello, Simon6. That's very cool. Like Wyatt6, apart from Simon. So, yes, don't take it too seriously. Don't be in it for the money. You won't make much money. Certainly not in the beginning and Certainly I am not. Do it for the love of doing it. Do it to show your passion. If you get fans out of it, that's absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love each and every member of my fans, every single member of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet. I would most certainly fight for each of you. Big Scotty says, "Hello, how are you today, bro? I'm very, very good." Alex Garner says, "I'm not bothered about the money." Basically, all you want to do is share your hobbies out there with the internet. That's all I want to do. I really like figures. I love doing my unboxing figures. I enjoy playing card games and board games. I want to share that with all of you. I enjoy things like W Supercard, the likes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and things. And I want to share all of that as well. Simon Six says, I'm officially going to be SummerSlam 25 tiers, and I always want to get an Uncle Howdy card. That would be very, very cool. And I can see by your name that you are indeed a fan of the White Six. Aaron Morgan says Cena's ability is 8,000 power and charisma to deck. That's absolutely ridiculously OP. That's going to be very, very cool. It's going to be very, very powerful. We're going to see altogether just how strong the brand new SummerSlam 25 cards are. And I'm very, very looking forward to it. Let's see if we can get in just yet. No, apparently we are still being held back by the red tape. If anyone in the chat does manage to get in, make sure to let me know as quickly as possible. And hopefully we will try and get in as well. Alex Garner says, is it up yet? Apparently not. I just tried just there. But, I mean, we are ready to go. We are all sitting here waiting, revving at the bit, revving our engines. Alex Garner says, hurry up, Cat Daddy. There has been times that it's... Oh, Deshant Sharma says, got May Young in the last reward mania. That's very cool. Very, very lucky indeed, because of course you won't be able to get the May Young anymore now that we're in SummerSlam 25 tier. Alex Gardner says, I want to play SummerSlam 25. Me too, good sir. I am also very much waiting. I'm ready to go. Dara Kennedy says, lads, come on. I mean, we might be waiting here for a little while. There have been times that it's taken over an hour. There was even one particular time that there was a new season that came out, and some of us, me included, was delayed by an entire day. So Alex Garner says, does it need an update? It does. You can go and update right now. You can go into the Play Store and go and update your game right now. And then when it's ready to go, you should be able to jump right in. I don't think there should be any kind of downloads or any kind of thing going on, not unless Cat Daddy have run into some problems. My goodness, there's a bit of an argument going on outside my house. You can maybe be able to hear a bit of scuffling going on. My goodness. Now, let me see here. Alex Garner says mine doesn't need updating. It's probably updated automatically then. If you are connected to a regular internet, it should have updated normally. But if you are on mobile broadband and you don't have automatic updates on, then you might need to go and manually download it. It should be a small file. It's not absolutely massive. Sounds like the fighting has finished. A bit of a royal rumble that was going on outside my house. Hopefully that is taking care of itself. Let's see. Alex Garner says IAL. Maybe his cat walked along the keyboard there. Oh, Alex Garner says I have auto updates on. Yes, I do too. Well, for specific things, I don't have auto updates on everything because there's certain things that once they update, they break, and then trying to remove an update is an actual nightmare. So I don't have auto updates on everything, but W Supercard is one that I do have auto updates on, and we're just going to need to sit around and wait for those updates or the Cat Daddy to finish updating and release us into the game so that we can actually try out the brand new SummerSlam 25 tier. But in the meantime, we are still in network maintenance. Alex Gardner says, I hope CM Punk is in the tier. I think he is. I would be very surprised if he wasn't. There's Andrew Quilly in the chat. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. I never know what it is that you're going on about. Always talking about Baby Metal, Girlfriend, Sue. I have no idea. If anyone knows, do let me know. It has been a mystery that has been ongoing. So we are just going to be sitting here. We are going to be waiting for the brand new tier to drop. I know that Big Boss Man is excited about this tier, but he says that he is driving, so he is going to have to get to the tier whenever he finishes his big boss duties. Daniel Juarez says hi. Hello, Daniel. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. It is very nice to see you. We've got 40 people here in the big old Grand Cats lobby in the comment section. If any of you are new, please do click that subscribe button. It really does help me a lot, and it's completely free for all of you. It is the low, low price of nothing, and it does help out the channel a lot. Now, Wara says, do you know when it starts? It should have started around about 20 minutes ago, but apparently they are running into some last-minute problems. Alex Garner says, has there been a ranked event card for every rarity? What do you mean by a ranked event card? Do you mean campaign? If so, there has been since campaign started. Joffrey is pointing at what I think is a German flag. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really know flags that much. Dara Kennedy says, do you know if you have to reset the draft board before opening the 100 packs to get the Summerslam 25? Dara, I will answer your question first before we go on. Basically, you get what is called a freebie. Once you get up to SummerSlam 25 tier, then Baron Voidjoy says it's Belgium, I believe. Interesting. I did not know that. So once you get to SummerSlam 25 tier, you'll get a freebie. That means that your first reset is guaranteed to be a SummerSlam 25 card. If you get any other resets beforehand, that doesn't count as your freebie. You can still go ahead and get your card from leveling up. You can still get your cards from the 100 objective packs. You can still get all of those, and then you can still get your freebie later on. So don't worry. You will always get your freebie. It will be your first reset the second that you hit SummerSlam 25 tier. Daniel Warris says, is there a way to get a free SummerSlam card? There is indeed. If you get yourself up to SummerSlam 25 tier, which you may already be if you maxed out the tier in the previous one, so if you maxed out Unhinged tier, then you'll start on SummerSlam 25, and your first reset will be a guaranteed SummerSlam 25 card. And also, you'll be able to get the SummerSlam 25 cards from the brand new campaign mode, of which the limited edition card is going to be the British Bulldog Davy Boy Smith. A little interesting thing about Davy Boy Smith is his real name is David Boy Smith, and the reason that his name is Boy there is because his father accidentally wrote Boy in the wrong segment on his birth certificate. So that's the reason why it's Davy Boy Smith. Kendall says, yo, hello, Kendall. Christopher says, yo, hello, Christopher. Welcome to the stream. Daniel Warren says, is there any other way? There's plenty of ways to get SummerSlam 25 cards, and we'll be trying to get as many of them as possible in this stream the second that we get in. Setro Duffgod says, hopefully the John Cena card is not locked behind a paywall. Unfortunately, I think he is guaranteed to be the Battle Pass card, which means that you will have to spend money in order to get him, unless you have another way of getting the Battle Pass card. Let's see. Christopher says hi. Kendall says, yo, I'm a big fan of you, bro. Oh, thank you, Kendall. It's very, very nice. We are very, very excited to get into SummerSlam 25 tier the second that maintenance finishes. Deshant Sharma says, can't wait to start the brand new tier. Alex Garner says hi as well. I've noticed that there's a lot of people that have the little thing that said hi. Is there a button that you can press to make that come up? Because I have seen it quite a bit, and I am very curious as to where it comes from. Is it like an emoji or something? Is it some kind of thing? Alec Garner says, yeah, there's a button. I don't know where this button is. I've never seen this button before. I've got my emojis, I've got my show support for the Grand Cat, create a poll, and the little things themselves. Alex Garner says, it's when you join the live. Oh, that's very cool. Kendall says, I watch your videos every day. Thank you, Kendall. That is very, very cool of you. I would love to have more people like you in my Grand Cat Grand Fleet. And I think it's really, really awesome that we have so many members of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet that have joined us already. As Garner says, it's a small rectangular button. Maybe it doesn't come up for me because I'm the one doing the actual live stream himself. We now have 52 people in the big old Grand Cat Grand Fleet's live stream. So huge shout out to all of you. I mean, once we get in here, it's going to be very, very exciting. But in the meantime, this is basically, for all intents and purposes, the pre-show, much as there is a pre-show for most wrestling events. This is just the part where the commentator team, which was me, is just talking to you and going to discuss with everyone as to what we can expect to see. Alex Gardner says, it's my birthday in 12 days. Well, happy early birthday for you. The UFC GOAT says, please shout me out. You know what? I'm going to give you a shout out from big old Stone Cold Steve Austin because the UFC GOAT, he's the GOAT, son. And I tell you what, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold shit show. Distant Sharma says, need to start TBG finally. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Jamie Williams says hi. Hello, Jamie Williams. UFC GOAT says thanks. You're very, very welcome. Dylan's video says hi, hello. Hello, welcome. Alex Garner says, I turned 20, no longer a teen. I remember when I was no longer a teen. It was, I believe, in the Mesozoic era. It was a very, very long time ago because I'm a big old ancient grandcat. Kendall says, I just got onto my WWE and it didn't let me into. Yes, we are still in maintenance. Once maintenance finishes, we will be jumping in there and we'll be getting in and taking a look at all those brand new SummerSlam 25 cards. We've now got 70 people watching. Oh my goodness, I think this is one of the most amount we've had. There they are. Oh, 69. Nice. A nice number of people watching. If you are new to my channel, do make sure that you click that subscribe button. It is entirely free. Costs you nothing. And it really, really helps that big old grand cat as well. And since there are so many of you here, I am going to let you in on a little secret. There will be a giveaway for the John Cena Battle Pass happening at some point in the future. Oh, yes. I'm not sure when it will happen, but it will be happening soon. It will be to celebrate SummerSlam 25. And of course, by SummerSlam 25, I do mean SummerSlam, the actual show itself. So that is something to look forward to. That one lucky member of the Grand Cat Garand fleet will get a free battle pass paid for by the big old Grand Cat himself. Let's see here. Cillian Shazid says hi. Hello, Cillian. Cillian. Big Scotty says, yeet, bro. How are you today, bro? I'm good. As I said, I have been working hard, working diligently all day. It has been slightly exhausting, but it is certainly rewarding. Alex Gardner says, I have a Survivor win waiting. Then you have a free SummerSlam 25 card coming. UFC Goat says, who's your favorite WWE person? My favorite WWE person in general or overall in history? I think my favorite overall wrestler of all time is Triple H. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He has done so much for the business. In order to have a great baby face, a great face, you also need a great heel, and there's few people that are a greater heel than big old Triple H. So he is certainly on the top of my Mount Rushmore list. Of course, he is also now the chief executive producer of WWE, and since the Triple H era began, WWE has been better than it has for a number of years. Let's see, we've got a lot of comments coming in here. I'm going to try and get through all of you. Kendall says, do you have Mae Young? And Baron Von Joy says, I believe he has 3, Kendall. I do indeed. I've got 3 Mae Young. Was very, very lucky to get those. Nicola says, I hope Alexa Bliss will also be among the cards. I'm sure she will, because if my suspicions are correct, I think she may very well be Women's Tag Team Champion soon. Aaron Morgan says, who's your favorite wrestler ever? My favorite wrestler of all time is indeed Triple H. The UFC Goat says, who's your favorite WWE person? If you mean currently, it's probably John Cena. I think John Cena's on the run of his life, and I have been watching John Cena his entire career. I have been watching since the 1999 Royal Rumble, long before, a couple of years before John Cena debuted, which I believe was in 2001 against Kurt Angle. And I think John Cena is more interesting now than he has ever been in his entire career. And it's really, really cool to see. Sullivan asks, do you know what time the maintenance goes off? I unfortunately don't. I am at the mercy of the resort card is the same as all of you. Just tried it again there. UFC Goat says, who is your favorite from NXT? If you'd asked me a couple of weeks ago, I'd have said Stephanie Vaquer. However, currently, my favorite in NXT is probably Obafemi. I think he is a dominant force, and also I hope that they keep him in NXT until they have a good reason for him to move up to the main roster. I am so sick and tired of people being amazing in NXT, getting moved up to Raw or SmackDown, and then just getting lost in the shuffle. Because they did it with Johnny Gargano, they did it with Tommaso Ciampa, who were on amazing runs. And Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa are doing amazing work in the tag team division now, but they were doing nothing for a long, long time until they got picked up with that. Let's see. Who else do we have? Who else do we have? Daniel Maynard says hi. Hello, Daniel Maynard. Kendall says okay. Alec Garner says I've ordered a Jey Uso t-shirt. That says eat, sleep, yeet, repeat. That, of course, is it puts me back in mind of Brock Lesnar. That was the it. What was it? It was I can't remember what the Brock Lesnar saying was. It was eat, sleep, something, repeat. And I can't remember what that last one was. My goodness. Um, TB Supercard says, "Do you like Conor McGregor?" Yes, I do indeed. I'm not hugely. I'm not very knowledgeable about Conor McGregor, but he is certainly a fan favorite, and I bet a decent amount of money on him to beat Floyd Mayweather in the first three rounds, and was sorely disappointed. And of course, well, I mean, I knew that Floyd Mayweather is one of the best outboxers in all of history, so it was a fool's errand, but I thought it would be interesting to see if someone could beat arguably the greatest outboxer in history by being an absolute crazy person. Unfortunately, was not the case. Let's see. Hector Omar says, waiting the tier, Grand Cat. I am indeed. I'm waiting, the same as all of you. Daniel Miner says, where are those likes, guys? Yeah, everyone try and get in those likes if you can. It really does help. Likes, comments, the subscribes, they all help the channel. And a huge shout out to all of you that have done all of that. Kendall says, how about Jey Uso? I think where Jey Uso is currently is a better position than he was 6 months ago. Bobby Tarantino says, no Roman though is crazy. Hopefully he gets a limited edition for this season. Really? Is there no SummerSlam 25 Roman Reigns? Because he's arguably in the main event of night one of SummerSlam in his tag match alongside Jey Uso against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. That is supposedly the main event of night one. I don't care. 123 says Cat Army for life. There's my Cat Army coming in. Thank you very much. I don't care. 123. Let me see. Where are we at? We've got a lot of comments coming in here. I'm trying to read through all of them for you. Do you have the Super Titan, Cody Rhodes? I have one. I did not get the pro of him. Alex Gardner says 2002 was when Cena debuted. Ah, right, okay, 2002, not 2001. Aaron Morgan says, who would be your Mount Rushmore? That is an excellent question. My Mount Rushmore, immediately off the top of my head, and maybe it would change if I put some thought into it, would be Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and how could you possibly forget the Phenom, The Undertaker? Those would be my four on my Mount Rushmore. Steph Rose says the wrestling Mount Rushmore. Yes. Daniel Miner says Soul Ruka is amazing. She is, actually. That is a very, very good point. Her Soul Snatcher is an amazing, amazing finisher. Stephen Wright says, thank you for all the updates, tips, and codes, the Grand Cat. I enjoy your channel so much. Thank you so much, Steve, for taking the time to come and join my live stream and to comment as well. Really means a lot to me. Thank you very much. UFC Goat says, what do you think about Ethan Page? I think he is arguably the future of the business. I think he has some huge, huge things ahead of him. If you remember back, Ethan Page used to have a feud with LA Knight back on TNA, I believe it was. And I remember thinking back then that these guys could take over the industry if they were let off their leashes. And we've seen how far LA Knight has progressed. And I think Ethan Page is certainly going to be one of those main eventers in a couple of years' time as well. I think that could very well be that. Alex Garner says, eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. Conquer! That was the word that I was forgetting. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. That's what Lesnar's one was. And now, of course, being changed to eat, sleep, yeet, repeat. So that is very, very cool. John Gilson says 2.5 hours being down. It's a joke. Why can't they do it overnight? Well, they are doing it overnight in some parts of the world. Of course, I am from the UK, and for us here, it is 8:41 in the evening. So it's been down since around 6 p.m. So it does feel like it's the middle of the day for us, but of course, people in America, I think they are 5 to 7 hours behind. And of course, there's other people in the other part of the world. I believe in Australia, it is about 8 a.m. there. So although it's inconvenient for us, it's more convenient for other people. And the world, unfortunately, does not revolve around our time frame. And of course, the W Supercard is based in America somewhere. So that's why, unfortunately, it has to happen. It has to inconvenience someone at somewhere. Alex Garner says it was Brock's. Baron Von Joy also says eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. TB Supercard says the one, the only. Is that maybe Billy Gunn? The one and only? That was his finisher for a little while. Back when he was the one Billy Gunn. Kendall says, my favourite NXT character, Jordan Grace and Stephanie McClure. I'm not exactly sure who Stephanie McClure is. But Jordan Grace, yes. Absolute powerhouse, and certainly has potential to do great things as well. Cetro Duff God says, when will W Supercard return the draft board pattern thing? Draft board pattern? Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. We haven't seen that in a long, long time, where you have to make the certain pattern and it gives you a special reward. Yes. I I can't remember. TB Supercard says Connor went 12 rounds with him. Yes, he did. It was way longer than expected. Let me see here. Where are we at? I don't care 23 says, or I don't care 123, sorry, says it would love to see a UFC supercard. That would be surprising. Daniel Minor says rip patterns. Taketo says, hi Za. Try to talk like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, you want me to talk like Stone Cold Steve Austin? I know what. As a member of my Grand Fleet, I can certainly provide you a little bit of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's the bottom line. I'm going to give a huge shout out to Takato because Stone Cold said so. Lord Parrot Blood says hello. Io Nops says, do you think the pass will still be $30? I don't know how much it costs in America, but it's got a different price here in the UK, and hopefully it stays the same. IR Edits says, hi. Hello, IR Edits. Your name reminds me of IR Baboon from the oh my goodness, what was it called again? I Am Weasel cartoons back on Cartoon Network back in the day. UFC Goat says, "What do you do, or what do you think about Ethan Page?" It looks like his his sentence got cut off there. Once again, Ethan Page, I think future of the industry. I think everything that people thought Austin Theory would be is what Ethan Page will actually be. That's my opinion. It's Destiny Killer says, when servers back up, well, let's just try it. Apparently not yet. Aaron Morgan says, my Mount Rushmore would be way different. Mine would be John Cena, The Rock, Hogan, and Undertaker. That's a very, very good Mount Rushmore because you've got all the different eras there. You've got Hogan and Undertaker from the old school era. Then you've got Rock, who kind of took over from the so-called boom of wrestling, and then you've got Cena, who's like the more modern PG era age. So you've got the different ages, the different outlines of the different eras there. So very, very cool Mount Rushmore there, Aaron. Daniel Miner says he was great as Eli Drake. Dummy, yeah, that is absolutely true. Eli Drake. Um, that was LA Knight, of course. It was Eli Drake. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns says, "Hello, Grandcat. How are you? My tribal chief. Ah, I am doing absolutely wonderful, my tribal chief. Thank you for coming along to my live stream." That's my wise man impression of big old Paul Heyman. John Gilson says, "I'm from the UK too. Me as well. I'm a big old Scottish grandcat." We've got 76 people watching right now. My goodness, I think that's the most we've ever had at one time. Dish and Swarmer says, "Asking for update." Well, let's just go ahead and try it. Not yet. Jamie Williams says, "Hi." Kendall says, "The OTC." Daniel Miner says, "Not a big JC fan, but WWE is building her to be a megastar. Her booking is perfect at the moment." Absolutely. Kendall says, "LA Knight," and yeet. Okay, we have finally managed to get down to the most recent comment. So, whereabouts are we at? Well, we are currently 46 minutes into the new day, and WWE Supercard must be dealing with some internal issues that they are working to try and fix. Diana says, "Hi, do you remember me?" Says, "Hello." Diana, you're going to have to refresh my memory. I am an ancient big old Grand Cat, and there's a lot of Grand Cat Grand Fleet members, and sometimes the big old Grand Cat's memory needs a little bit of jogging. Iocean Gaming says, "When will the servers be open?" Well, let's go ahead and try it just one again. Unfortunately, they are not up yet. Daniel Miner says it opens when it opens. Unfortunately, I don't have any additional information on what you guys do. The thing is, it would only take time for WWE Supercard to actually announce that the game is up, so it's actually just better for us just click here and sit clicking on these. Diane says, "I was in one of your videos." Oh, you were? Wonderful. Jaden Green says, "Hi." Kendall says, "SummerSlam coming up." It will be. It'll be coming up any minute now. Could be the next 60 seconds, could be the next 4 hours. I don't know. Tacto says, "Do you have a job?" I do indeed. I've had many, many jobs in my lifetime. Currently, I run a little card game shop. Andrew Coral says, "Servers are up." Let's see. Not for me, they're not. I've had many, many jobs, as I said. Currently, I am running a little card game shop, of which you can actually see videos from that card game shop. It is where you see the little card games being played, the likes of One Piece TCG. IAD Gaming says, "Still maintenance for me." Andrew Coro says, "My first pool was a La Parka." Rex Fury says, "Me too." Andrew Coro says, "Joking, they're still down." Yes, well, I mean, I could see that myself, good sir. That the network maintenance is still down. Sometimes people get in a little bit earlier. But yes, I have been running my little shop for 14 and a half years now, and I have been thoroughly enjoying it. Before that, I was a 3D animator. I was the head of animation for a little film studio that worked for a little place called the BBC, which you may have seen, and a lot of it was uncredited, a lot of it was doing adverts, doing intros for things. Worked on a couple of Doctor Who episodes, but didn't do a tremendous amount. But yeah, that is what I used to do. And before that, I was a photographer. Before that, I was a model. Before that, what else did I do? Big old Grandcat has done many, many things in my life. Let's see here. Tacto says cool, and of course, Tacto, he has the Grand Pog ability because he is one of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet members. Diana says hi. Hello, Diana. Welcome once again. Edwin Reyes says hey. Hello, Edwin. Very nice to see you. We're now at 87 people watching the stream, and 87 people sitting here watching the network maintenance thing. So Huge shout out and thank you to you all showing up. My goodness, we're, well, 84 people now, a couple of people left. Rex Fury says, I'm a big fan of. Hopefully, he's a big fan of this big old Grand Cat, and he's not about to say someone else. Mortal Glow says, hi. Hello, Mortal. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Mortal Glow. It's a very interesting name. Oh, Rex Fury says, I'm a big fan of you. Well, thank you, Rex. It's very, very much appreciated. I appreciate every single member of my Grand Cat Grand Fleet. And we are all just sitting here waiting to get into Summerslam 25 tier. Hopefully it will drop at some point soon. Oh, you're Greek. I have some wonderful, wonderful friends over in Greece. Rex Fury says you're welcome. Edwin Ray says, can't wait to get into the SummerSlam 25 tier. I can't wait either. Kendall says, I have Titan, Jacob Fatu, CM Punk, Akis, I don't know what Akis is, Naomi, Ibar, Nikki Cross, and the other one, don't have Cody Rhodes, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Michael says, hi, the Grand Cat, can't wait to start the new tier. Yes, we are going to be very, very excited once we jump in. We're going to get to see all kinds of brand new SummerSlam 25 cards the second that it goes in. Big Scotty 40 says, I miss Glasgow. I'm in Glasgow right now. Well, I think I would miss it if I wasn't here either. But I'm sure that Glasgow will sit around and wait for you on whenever you want to return. Lockdown NFL says, how is it not started now? Sometimes the people... Oh, Mortal Glow says, I just subscribed to you. Thank you very much, Mortal. And you've also managed to rank yourself at number 2 in my things, in my top ranked members. But sometimes they run into problems and they like to take care of them before they go live, which is it's certainly better than making go live with the problems, because we've had that in the past as well. Dara Kennedy says, back to the Mount Rushmore. I done it based on what they didn't for the company with Stone Cold, The Rock, and Cena. I don't care 123 says, Kat, would like to see you live. So live commentary OB events. Okay, well, he deleted the message while I was trying to read it there. It would like me to do live commentary events. Possibly. I've thought about it in the past. But whenever I'm watching wrestling live, I do like to enjoy it. I like to relax and have fun with my friends. So that's why I don't always do a commentary over it. Saklin Raza says, what time game start, bro? Well, I mean, we are at the mercy of it, the same as everyone else. All we can do is try and wait for the maintenance to finish up. Andrew Coral says, wonder who the new foil cards will be. I can't wait to see the new autograph card. Yes, I'm very, very excited to see that as well. Danny Ware says, I like your channel. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Kendall says, I can't wait for SummerSlam, bro. Me as well. Dylan Video says, I can't wait, and said hi. Hello, Dylan, once again. Mark Morris says, how long? Unfortunately, we are just at the mercy. Kendall says, how long would you stay live? Well, I am willing to sit around and see if... Mortal says, I'm trying now almost 1 hour to open W Supercard. Apparently, it has been down for over 2.5 hours. So we are literally at the mercy of waiting for it to come back up. How long would I stay live? I'm not sure. I am quite happy sitting here talking to my Grand Cat Grand Fleet members. And Mark Morris says, Hulk Hogan Limited Edition card campaign, hopefully. Unfortunately, Mark, we already know the Limited Edition card from campaign is going to be Davey Boy Smith. It's going to be the British Bulldog because of the Bret Hart British Bulldog anniversary from SummerSlam 1992, where them two main evented. My goodness, we just reached 91 people in the live stream. We've got 91 people here, and that is very, very cool. A big, huge shout out and thank you to every single member of the big old Grand Cat Grand Fleet. That's every single one of you right here that have joined the stream. So thank you very much to every single one of you. Let's see here. Benji BG says, hello, it's Grand Cat. Your content is very helpful. Thank you for your help. Please keep up the good work. Thank you, Benji. Comments like that really do help push me to keep making these wonderful little videos. FTB SR7 says, hi. Hello, FTB. Michael says it's going to be worth the wait. Duke says, I can't wait to get that Dom or Eddie cards. Andrew Kroll says, RIP Terry Bollea, aka Hulk Hogan, aka Thunderlips, aka Hollywood Hogan. Yes, he did go by all those names. I'm trying to remember what his masked name was. It was the Destroyer or something like that. Back when he was part of Memphis, Memphis Pro Wrestling, alongside the likes of Jim Cornette and such. But I can't remember what his name. No, actually, it was before he was in Memphis. Memphis was where he went when he unmasked. He was in Florida first of all. That's where he was. Yeah, and he wore a mask. Daniel Miner says, has any season ever launched bug free? Seasons have released bug free before. There's been a couple of tiers that have released without any bugs, but I would say that bugs are more often than what you would suspect they would be. FTB says, when will it be open? Well, I mean, there's no way to tell. We're literally at the mercy of the developers of W Card and just seeing when it comes up. Kendall says, RIP Hulk Hogan. Benji says, RIP Hulk Hogan. Mr. Secret Agent Gamer says, Grandcat, keep up the great work you do. Always a fan of yours. Thank you, Mr. Secret Agent Gamer. That is a huge, huge thank you to you. I really do enjoy comments like that. Duke says, how do you feel about the new John Cena Battlepass card? I think it looks awesome. It's very, very cool. I only hope that I'm allowed to use that image on other John Cena cards. So that would be very, very cool. Big Scotty says, I've not been in Glasgow for since 2008. I moved to England for my wife. Well, sometimes it is required to move for family, and that is a huge movement. And I hope that you're all having fun down there. It is obviously a big change, but it's wonderful to hear that you still miss the wonderful little hills of Glasgow. Andrew Crowell says, I forgot his mask name, and Mr. Nanny and Suburban Commando. Yes, of course, he was in both those films as well. Mutant Sonic says, Mutant Sonic? Hang on, was that right? Mutant Sonic. Oh my goodness, that's a great name. I do a lot of Sonic unboxing videos. You might like to check them out. What time do you think it will be up? Well, I am not sure. Let's try it once again. Still isn't up yet, so I mean, we're just going to have to wait for it. Takro says you deserve 1,000,000 subs. My goodness, if I got up to 1,000,000 subs, maybe at some day I could get in the ring alongside Logan Paul and give him a punch for every single one of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet members. What does everyone want from their freebies? Asks Mark Morris. Well, I am quite happy to get whatever I get, but I think the new Cody Rhodes image looks really, really cool. Mortaglow says, who do you think is going to win at SummerSlam? Cena or Cody? Well, I have a bit of a theory on that one because I don't think Seth Rollins is actually injured. And I think that the street fight between Cody Rhodes and John Cena is going to end with Seth Rollins cashing in the money in the bank because everyone's expecting Cody Rhodes to turn heel. Everyone's expecting John Cena to turn face. It's John Cena's last big pay-per-view. He's not going to be at WrestleMania, and SummerSlam is the next biggest pay-per-view. So I think there needs to be a big ending, and what better way than for Seth Rollins to do the second heist of the century, the heist of the millennium. FTB says, yes, dude, please say I love you, brother. Suban, brother. I'm not sure I can do a Hogan voice, but you know what, FTB, since you asked, let me go ahead and give it a try. Well, let me tell you something, FTB. A big old Hulkster wants to say a big old I love you, brother, just to you specifically. I was about to go, that's the bottom line. But what you gonna do, FTB, when the Grand Cat and all his Grand Cat Grand Fleet members run wild on you? That's the best I can do. Casimir says, hello. Hello, Casimir. Alex Redman says, I think it'll be at least another hour before the game comes back online. Oh my goodness, let's hope not. Hopefully it comes out a little bit faster than that. Kendall says Cody. I think Cody's going to win at SummerSlam. And Crawl says, hopefully servers go up in 3 minutes, around 1-ish. That would be very cool if they go up on the hour. Duke says, I hope they lower the Battle Pass price. People talked about that for a while. $30, but still probably worth it. Let me see here. My goodness, I've lost the chat. La 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 la. Duke says, oh no, I read Duke's one. Diana says, try again. Let's try it again. Oh, are we in? Guys, this could be it. It's loading something. Are we in? Here it is, folks. The brand new SummerSlam 25 tier. There's John Cena, Gunther, and Naomi. My goodness, we are in. That is very, very cool. You're all here to witness it live. Oh, there's the Rocks thing. Okay, let's see. We need to get rid of the chat first of all. SummerSlam is back to rock the big city with SummerSlam Rocks. Collect new Eddie Guerrero and Dominic Mysterio special edition cards, grab classic legacy cards, and shred super guitar for all your adoring fans. Now, I can't help but notice that we have lost the sound. We don't have any music, but we do have the audio. So that is very, very cool. Let's take a quick look here over at the card catalog in our collections. We can actually claim a brand new card already. We've already got it. Wow. Performance Center is complete. There we go. Our Mae Young is now up to level 100. Let's go ahead and we'll start on this Mae Young as well. Now, let's go ahead and go into our draft board here because I have enough picks here that we should be able to get our first SummerSlam 25 card. And there it is Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is our very, very first SummerSlam 25 card. My goodness, that is very, very cool. Let's go ahead and lock down our Bianca Belair. That is a huge amount of experience that we got there. Let's go ahead and we're going to dust the rest of these. I just saw that there was a new quest there that I saw by accident. The new quest. Okay, so if we acquire the SummerSlam 2025 tokens 250 times, it's going to give you a John Cena, a SummerSlam 25 John Cena card. If you reset the draft board 100 times, it's going to give you an unhinged John Cena. If you win a match using a John Cena card 100 times, it's going to give you a bonus chance of a SummerSlam card. So it's going to contain 15 of these, 35 of these, 15 SummerSlam tokens, and of course an XP boost. My goodness. If you play a game in any PvP mode, it's going to give you a bonus chance at SummerSlam card. It's going to give you a whole bunch of the old cards as well as these. If you use your super move 25 times, it's going to give you a bonus chance at SummerSlam cards. It's going to give you a couple of the old new cards. If you complete all of them, there he is. There's the Eddie Guerrero with the old undisputed championship over his shoulder. That is absolutely huge. That is very, very cool. I certainly want this card. That is going to be very, very awesome. We've also got the 100 objective counters, but we'll do that in just a second. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got our card catalog. So this is in our collection. We're going to go ahead and claim this. It's going to be another guaranteed SummerSlam 25 card, and it's going to be Jim the Anvil Neidhart. So that means we've got both Legends and the new cards, both right here. Let's go ahead and take a look over here, because we have also leveled up. And let's go ahead and grab our guaranteed SummerSlam 25 card here. It's going to be Kofi Kingston as well. And we're going to lock that one down. Do I have anything new in here? Oh my goodness, we've got a whole bunch of rewards that I haven't claimed yet. And those of you that have given me a new message, I will have to read those a little bit later on because I can't go reading them on stream. Who knows what you could be all saying on there. And there is the brand new Battle Pass. It is, of course, John Cena with his The Last Time Is Now. And it is very, very cool indeed. So there is our John Cena card. And oh, we also get an image of John Cena with the title, The Unseen 17 Greatest of All Time. image as well. That's very, very cool. That's very, very nice to see. There's the John Cena Farewell Tour card back. We also have the John Cena microphone, the John Cena pipe bomb promo. We've got a different John Cena Farewell Tour card back as well. And there, of course, is where you get the pro of the Battle Pass John Cena, who is indeed a right arrow and gives 7,200 power and charisma to the entire deck. So that is very, very cool indeed. Let's go ahead and take a look at the store. So there's a free bonus pack. Let's go ahead and claim this. Bonus chance for a Summerslam card. 4 of the old cards, 16 of these ones. Let's go ahead and claim them. We're going to get a whole bunch of old school cards here. And of course, we should be able to use these in the new Summerslam Rocks. And we'll see how that all works in just a second. I thought that was a new Penta, but no, I think it's just Penta from SummerSlam tier. There's Racing Ahead, there's new boots, there's a new brass ring. Okay, interesting, give and take. Blocker Buster. Oh my goodness, there's Rey Mysterio with the world's title over his shoulder as well. My goodness, all these title images. Okay, I have no idea how that plays out, so we'll go ahead and try that out in just a second. And the Superstore, I don't think we've got anything new in here. There you can see that there was a SummerSlam 25 CM Punk. So CM Punk does exist in this new tier as well. Okay, let's go ahead and try the Blocker Buster and see what it is we're doing here. Okay, this is all new and interesting. So 4 draws left. What is it we are doing here? Is the idea to just try and clear out these boxes? Ah, I see. Okay. Interesting. So I can do that then. Let's try and take out that corner. Good. Okay. Take out this corner as well. I suspect that we don't want to leave any boxes on their own. Interesting. Okay, there's no way that we can use these two at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one here. And then we're going to do this one here. That's not exactly how I expected that to work out, but okay. Oh, it looks like we don't have any more draws left. So if we do that, we at least clear the first one. And let's try and make a start on the second one. Okay, you're out of shape cards. Would you like to purchase more shape cards with your credits? Let's continue. How much does it cost? Okay, so I can get 4 on 111, or I can get these ones. Okay, 4 more random shape cards. Let's go for that. This is all very interesting and all very new. So red is the bottom one, yellow is the second one. Okay. go for that one then. I presume the idea is to try and clear these. Okay, so that was 250. We're just literally, this is all brand new to me, so I'm just trying things out here. Okay, so if I do this, we found a belt space. And if we do this one now, okay. Oh, so we've got to try and reveal the belts is what we're trying to do. I see, interesting. Okay, let's continue. This one's cost 500 this time. Okay. Right. That clears out both of those, okay. Just do this and try and clear those parts. And then with this one, let's do this. Okay, we've got a belt space. So how much does it cost to continue now? 750, it's getting expensive. Okay, so if we do that, okay, we can clear out those ones. And we can also clear out this one. Okay, so that should be all the packs. Interesting. Okay, so now we know how that works. I think I spent more credits than what I really needed to. Okay, it's going to give us some old school cards. Getting a lot of Becky Lynch's there. 3 Summerslam 25 tokens. And there's also an unhinged card. An unhinged ladder. That unhinged ladder might actually be good for me. Okay, this is the gold pack one. Okay, so we're really hoping that we pull something nice from this pack here. We've got one. Oh my goodness, we've pulled the world title Rey Mysterio immediately from the very first one. Let's go ahead and screenshot that. It's a signature card, which is brand new. I'm going to wait for the chat to disappear. And that is huge. That's very, very cool. And it's going to give us a whole bunch of other goodies as well. Probably spent a lot more credits there than what we really wanted to, but it is very, very cool to get that Rey Mysterio immediately. And this is the Rey Mysterio card I'm going to be using on that image. Is what I'm going to be using on all my Rey Mysterio cards from now on. That is very, very cool indeed. We're going to lock down this ladder as well. Okay, so that was cool. That's a brand new thing. Blocker Buster. Haven't seen that before. So now let's go into the rocks. Oh, there's a Batista with the world title and a Zelina Vega as well. Okay, here's John Cena. Welcome to SummerSlam Rocks. Here you can use SummerSlam Legacy cards to win exclusive rewards. Here are some cards to get you started. Okay, here's a bunch of old Shinsuke Nakamura cards. Very, very cool. Tap Rocket to get started. Okay, we will. And tap Auto Select or manual select 10 SummerSlam Legacy cards to use in exchange for rewards. Okay, does it matter what cards we use? Does it make a difference? I suspect it won't, so let's just go Auto. Selected cards will be destroyed in exchange for rewards. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so we've got +6 to our Mega Collection and +3 to our Mini Collection. Ah, right, okay, we've got to try and stop these. Now, what is it we want to try and get here again? The starting rewards are... Oh, so this has a bonus chance of the Eddie Guerrero. Do they all have a bonus chance of Eddie Guerrero? They do indeed. Okay. So what one do we want? This one contains a bonus chance of 20 Chad Gables. Contains a Seth Rollins, Rock, and Chad Gable. This one contains Rey Mysterio's. This one's Sami Zayn's. And the last one here is Jimmy and Jey Uso's, I think. Or are they all Jey Uso? They are all Jey Uso. I thought some of these were Jimmy. But nope, they are all Jey Uso's. Okay, so... And after 50 plays... Oh, there's the Dominic Mysterio with the Intercontinental title. And also, you can get foil SummerSlam 21 cards. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I'm not sure why you'd want a foil SummerSlam 21 card, but they're available. I mean, there must be some reason to get them. Okay, so let's see what we're going to try and go for here. Let's go for the skulls, shall we? And the third one is always the hardest one to try and go for. Got it. All 3 skulls. So we've got The Rock, Seth Rollins, and Chad Gable. The Rock, Chad Gable, and Seth Rollins. And The Rock, Chad Gable, and Seth freaking Rollins. Good. Oh, I was going to make a pro of those, but we're not going to make a pro because that means we would have less SummerSlam cards. So the cards you turn in will earn you progress in the Mega and Mini collection sets. Okay. +6 to Mega Collection. And +3 to the Mini Collection. Additionally, each time you play, you'll make progress towards your guitar level and the community reward track. The guitar will drop better rewards as it levels up. Volzer says hi. Hello, Volzers. A global reward will be unlocked every time a community milestone is reached. Okay, so let's take a look at the Mini Collection. So turn these Legacy SummerSlam cards that match these superstars to earn a mini set reward. Tap on a superstar to see all the places you can earn those cards. Okay, so we need Finn Balor's, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Kofi Kingston's, The Rock, John Cena's, Pete Dunne's, Alexa Bliss's, Sami Zayn's, and Rey Mysterio's. Okay, so Finn Balor's available in PvP, and you can also find him in the Superstar store. Roman Reigns is King of the Ring. AJ Styles is Survivor. Interesting. Cetro Doofgod says, I just got Eddie Guerrero for my first try, and presumably if we complete all of these, it's going to give us a Batista. And there he is, Batista with the world title over his shoulder. And now let's swap over to the Mega Collection. Turn in these specific Legacy SummerSlam cards to earn the Mega Set rewards. Tap on a card to see the places you can find them. So we need all the ones from Season 2, it seems. All the ones from Season 3 as well. And I think it's just all the Legacy cards, just total. And we can also take a look at the milestones. Once we get 50 cards, it's going to give us the SummerSlam thing. It's going to give us a bonus chance of the Batista. It's going to contain one of the following. And it'll also contain 5 SummerSlam tokens as well. I'm not sure what the SummerSlam tokens are used for. That's interesting. At 100, it gives you another chance of Batista. This one is going to give you a brand new chat flare and the bonus chance of Batista as well. And then the fourth one contains a guaranteed Zelina Vega with the United States Championship over her shoulder. And so it's going to contain 50 of the Summerslam tokens. Okay, so let's take a look at the mini collections and the milestones for them. So we get 40 cards, gives a bonus chance of Batista, and the 80 card ones contains a guaranteed Batista, as well as 500 super coins. Very, very interesting indeed. So let's continue to rock it, shall we? And we're just going to go ahead and auto-select. +7 to mega collection, +1 to mini collection. We'll continue going after these skulls just for the time being. I guess it doesn't really matter what one we go after. I got the hand there. I thought it was a skull, my bad. I guess it doesn't matter, the last one. Got a skull again. Chad Gable, Seth Rollins, and The Rock. 100 super coins. And Sami Zayn. The Rock, Chad Gable, and Seth freaking Rollins. And let's just keep rolling, shall we? There goes another 7 to our mega collection, and another 1 to our mega collection. And +1 play. Oh, there's game rewards for how many games you play. So after 25 rewards and after 50 plays, the rewards increase as well. So the more that you play, the better your rewards become as well. +6 to the mini collection and +1 to the mini collection. Okay, we'll go for the music one. Okay, there we go. We've got 3 different ones. Whoa! We've got 2 special cards here. What is this about? Let's go ahead and screenshot that. I don't know what that's about. Rey Mysterio. We've got 3 special cards here, actually. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and screenshot all 3 of those special cards. I'm just going to let the chat disappear first of all. And let's see what this first card is. Oh, okay. So Drew McIntyre. It's a Roman Reigns. Big old John Cena. The Rock. Nikki Cross. Whoa. Kevin Owens. Roman Reigns. John Cena. Jey Uso. And the Boogeyman. That was a very interesting, very cool pack. We've got a Season 2 Sami Zayn. And then we've got Chad Gable, Seth Rollins, and The Rock. That was a lot of really cool little cards that it gave us. It was really, really surprising. So those are going to go 6 into the Mega Collection. And 1 into the Mini Collection. Okay, let's keep going. Just going to auto-select and just keep playing. We'll just keep going, shall we, guys? In fact, actually, it was the music one that gave us that special card, that special pack, wasn't it? Let's try and get that again, shall we? It was... there. Dang it. I thought I got the music pack. Okay, we got the last one. Okay, that's a Jey Uso. 100 super coins. And Sami Zayn. We've got the special stuff again. That is very cool. The music pack seems to really, really like me. We're now up to 41 of our Rocket cards. And that added quite a few into our mini collection as well. We're just going to keep going as long as it lets us. +7 to the mega collection, +2 to the mini collection is very cool. Okay, there's the music one. That's the one that we like getting. The one that seems to like us. That's 2 of them. Yeah, that was a lightning bolt. Okay. So that one was only Rey Mysterio in China. Rey Mysterio and Molly Holly. Summerslam quite cool, and Jey Uso as well. Another 7 to our mega collection, and another 1 Another 2, sorry, to our mini collection. Does anyone know where the Summerslam tokens are used? We're gonna have to find out where those are going. +5 to our mega collection, +3 to our mini collection. We'll take another music note. The skull, we haven't had that for a little while, and the rock symbol, and Rock Rosano. Oh, big old Triple H. The Rock, Chad Gable, and Seth freaking Rollins. 100 super coins, and Sami Zayn. Still managed to get another 5 to our mega collection there. And another 3 to our mini collection. I'm going to go ahead and auto select. Yeah, let's take the skulls. Okay, we've got a lightning bolt at the end. The Rock, Chad Gable, and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, The Rock, Chad Gable. Summerslam, and Jey Uso. Okay, only 2 to the mega collection, and 1 to the mini collection. Volgers says the Eddie bonus chance. Ah, very cool. What one do I want here? The music note. We could take the skull. Oh no, that was lightning bolt. And the music note. Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest. Jey Uso. And Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston. Okay, we've only got 16 left, so I think we're going to be able to do this one more time. Cheyenne Aberdeen says, are you done with the Blockbuster thing in game? Yes, I am. And we managed to get the Rey Mysterio card from it. The Rey Mysterio with the championship over his belt, over his shoulder. Yeah, that was a lot there. That was +6 in the mini collection. Rey Mysterio and Tongaloa. 100 super coins and Sami Zayn. Chad Gable, The Rock, and Seth freaking Rollins. Benji BG says the tokens are used in fusions, 100 tokens for a guaranteed SummerSlam 25 card. So that's where they are. Thank you very much for that. And it looks like we've managed to make our way to one of the milestones. So let's go ahead and claim that. Okay, we did not manage to pull the Batista, but we did get the SummerSlam avatar and 5 more SummerSlam tokens. So that is cool. And we've got exactly 10 remaining. Yours Karma says, can we go back in vertical stream? Vertical stream? I don't think I've ever been in vertical. I think I've always done it this way. Is it weird for you guys? It's showing up exactly the same way as it normally does on my screen. +5 to the mini collection, +2 to the mega collection there. We're going to take these skulls, I think. And last one. There we go, 3 skulls. Seth freaking Rollins. And The Rock, of course. Yours Karma says, right now your stream's in vertical format, so we can't go back to the start. What? You can't? Very unusual. Well, in that case, you may need to wait until the stream is finished, and then you'll be able to watch it once it goes back up a little bit later on. Well, it is very, very unusual to have to do that. Okay, we're done with that. So now let's take a look at our fusions, which is where I believe it was mentioned. There they are, okay. So 100 does indeed give you a guaranteed Summerslam 25 card. 50 of them contains one of the following three, and 25... Oh, gives you 10 old school cards. That's interesting. So it's another way of getting old school cards in addition to all the new stuff. And there, of course, is our Rey Mysterio for anyone that missed it, and you can swap the title image. So that is pretty cool. But, of course, the Rey Mysterio with the championship over his shoulder is the one that I'll be probably using from now until the end of time for Rey Mysterio cards. Let's see what else we have here. So we've got Giants Unleashed, which will be starting tomorrow for this Finn Balor. And there you can see the rewards. It's going to be Xavier Woods, a million Beagles, William Regal, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor. And I think, of course, the theme here is going to be tag teams. So I suspect on the other side we're going to see Kofi Kingston, maybe an unhinged Kofi Kingston. Of course, we've got Finn Balor and JD McDonough. I think maybe the other one they can maybe do is maybe Dominic Mysterio, just be part of Judgment Day. Of course, Kofi Kingston will have to be in there to be tag team with Xavier Woods. As for William Regal, I'm not aware of many tag teams that William Regal had other than the... Oh my goodness, his finisher was the Buzzsaw, Tajiri, who came from ECW, I believe. What else do we have to do? Team Ring Domination has just finished, and we managed to complete all of it. We got numerous ones there. We've got 282 shards. And let's take a quick look at the store once again. So the Bring the Heat bundle has a 20% chance of finding our SummerSlam card. It's 10% chance of having 100 SummerSlam tokens, which of course you could fuse into a SummerSlam card. It contains 5 of the following with a 1% chance of the SummerSlam card. It also contains 15 of your old school cards, 25 of your even older school cards, and also 15 guaranteed tokens. Which for £14.79 sounds like a lot for what you're actually getting. I would have preferred if it gives you a chance at maybe some of the newer stuff. There's the Feel the Heat pack. Oh, there is an Uncle Howdy card, and that's actually one of the coolest Uncle Howdy images I think I've ever seen. Gives you a 10% bonus chance at a SummerSlam card, and also contains 5 cards with a 1% chance of a SummerSlam card. Also contains a whole bunch of old school cards as well. What else do we have here? I don't think there's much else of interest. I think it's literally just the first day, so we are still brand new into it. I think they're going to give us more things as the days go on. But there we are. Let's see the community milestone. Okay, every play contributes towards unlocking the next community milestone reward. Each time a milestone is reached, one player will be chosen at random to earn the top rocker reward. Okay, so the milestone is everyone's going to get 20 of these, 5 of these, 5 of these, a rare draft pick, 50 super coins, and a bunch of experience. The top rocker one contains a guaranteed SummerSlam 25 card, 30 of these cards, and also contains 15 rare draft picks. It also contains 25,000 super coin credits, which is amazing, and 50,000 super coins as well. And I suspect that's probably the same all across here, all the way down to number 10. Yeah, it's exactly the same across the board. So that's very, very cool as well. And one random person in WWE Supercard will get those wonderful, wonderful little rewards. Okay, let's take a look at our own rewards here. Let's go ahead and claim our daily streak. Which is 3 old school cards. We of course have the draft picks, our Pro Fusion crystals, 5 credits. We've got one momentum slot. I didn't really play that much. 740 super coins. Daily streak of 500. And this, which is absolutely useless. Oh, and it says I have been gifted a premium battle pass. This is indeed from Big Boss Man. There he is. I have gifted you a premium battle pass, which is excellent. Thank you, Big Boss Man. And if we go into our battle pass, they have now been released. And of course, we can get our 25 draft picks. But most importantly, we get the greatest of all time, John Cena. Also contains one of each of the following, all the Summerslam cards, including this John Cena, and also contains all the other rewards as well. And there he is, folks. There is the big John Cena himself. And of course, I will be gifting the Battle Pass to Big Old Boss Man for doing that for me. And of course, we get all of our regular rewards as well. And we're 100% locking down that John Cena. That's going to be very, very cool. It's going to be very, very strong. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and go into Performance Center. And we're going to level up that John Cena right now. We've also got Rey Mysterio to level up, Bianca Belair, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Kofi Kingston, but I'm going to start with this John Cena. Now, the other thing I want to see is, can I change the image? You can change the image. Oh my goodness. That means that you can use that John Cena on any of your other ones. So, like, we could go for something absolutely crazy here. There's a lot of John Cena cards. Like the Snowman John Cena. Wow, that's absolutely awesome. That is very, very cool indeed. Then we can also use Heel John Cena. So now we really need to level up to get that John Cena with the title image from Battle Pass as well, because that's going to be absolutely amazing when we get there. There he is, just at level 2. Like, that looks amazing. I really, really want that image. Both of these John Cena images are amazing. They're both absolutely fantastic. I can't understate that in the slightest. Let's go ahead and use some draft picks here. We've got 86 of them. I think unless we can pull any old school SummerSlam cards from these, we're just going to go ahead and get these. Baron Von Joyce says, I just noticed SummerSlam 25 Cena's, I didn't get to read the rest of it. Something about his entrance. It's also really weird playing the game without any music. I do have the music on. Oh, that was an old school SummerSlam CM Punk. So you can pull them off the draft board. Now we're going to have to be really careful and see if it's going to try and dust the card, because we don't want it to dust our SummerSlam cards. So if I go to select all, does it also select the CM Punk and the Bray Wyatt that just pulled? It does. So we need to be careful about that. That's the SummerSlam 24. And we also don't want to take away our SummerSlam 18. Now, can I change what this is? Selection settings. See, it doesn't classify them as ingredients, which is very, very disappointing. So we just need to be very careful about what it actually is dusting. Interesting. You know what I can do actually is change this to be like that. In fact, actually, SummerSlam 24 isn't special, is it? Can we even use SummerSlam 24 cards? I don't know. But I can do that, and then when I select, it should select everything that is only in Nick Man WrestleMania 40. which means that our other cards won't be affected. Still does Summerslam 18 Bray Wyatt, so you do need to be careful. That is a problem. Daniel Mayer says, I got the autographed Ray. Me as well. I also managed to pull the autographed Ray. And I'm going to go ahead and dust these three as well. Now, can we even use SummerSlam 24 cards in the Rock thing? I'm not sure. We do have enough. So SummerSlam Season 2, SummerSlam 18, SummerSlam 20, BCE, SummerSlam 23. No, you're not allowed to use SummerSlam 24 cards. Okay. Interesting. We've discovered that. We'll be taking a look at the campaign mode in just a second. Do not worry. Oh, that added a whole bunch. It added 7 to the Mega Collection. And it added 3 to our Mini Collection as well. Now, do we have enough to continue playing? We do. We've got exactly enough. Plus 4 to the Mega Collection, plus 2 to the Mini Collection. I wonder if there's a particularly good one to go for. I don't know. There's The Rock and Seth Rollins. And Sami Zayn. Okay, now we only have 5 cards, so we can't continue to do the Rocket. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is look at campaign mode. So there you can see the new campaign mode has finally started. Our first card is going to be against Maxine Dupree, then Jade Cargill, Umaga, Ethan Page, Tiffany Stratton, Ivy Nile, Uncle Howdy, Dominic Mysterio, Solo Sikoa, Stephanie McClure, Seth freaking Rollins, and the final boss is going to be the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And let's take a look at our rewards that we have. So the first one is going to contain an SummerSlam 25 card. The second one is also going to contain a SummerSlam 25 card. Then at Milestone 99, we're going to get 2 copies. We're going to get a Pro SummerSlam. We're also going to get a random support that's SummerSlam 25. Milestone 100, it's going to be a Pro and same again, but it's also going to contain the train-ups. It's also going to give us a Pro at 102. It's also going to be a Pro. Oh, it's going to give you 2 sports. Ah, interesting. 103. It's going to be a Pro again. 104. You're going to get an F1. So 104 is the first one. You get an F1 and you also get a Pro of the sport. 105. Oh, it's going to give you unhinged equipment. 106. There we go. 107 is 3 copies of each, and also those. And then, of course, 108 is the brand new British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. And it's also going to contain Winston. That's interesting. That was Matilda was British Bulldog's first dog. I think Winston might have been the second one. And that is a support that's going to give 5,940 power to your entire deck. So that's very cool. It comes with 2 things. There he is. There is the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith himself. And that is going to be the final reward for completing campaign mode, which is going to be very, very cool. I'm going to have to get around to doing that at some point. And now, where were we? Let's go into the draft board once again. And we'll continue doing some of these. Now that was an old school card. So you do need to be very careful about making sure that you don't accidentally go dusting those old school SummerSlam cards because they do help with the rock. What's it called? The rocket? The thing that we were just playing. Someone's saying 2025, 2026 for some reason. I'm not sure why you're saying that. Oh, we've got the objective for get reset. So, we want to make sure that we're not using our SummerSlam 21 card. In fact, actually, I'm going to change this back to just all because you can't actually even select those previous ones. So, not our SummerSlam 21 card. Do we have any more SummerSlam 21 cards? There's SummerSlam 24, but those can't be used. And I think that's it. So we've got one Angelo Dawkins from there. And let's go into our Performance Center. And, okay, we're going to train up our John Cena. Right, what do we have here? These WrestleMania 39 Chad Gables are useless, aren't they? I'm almost certain that they are. Yes, they are. Yeah, okay, so it's only these 6. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of these Chad Gables. We'll feed them into John Cena. I'm just wasting space here. But we're not going to get rid of any of those other cards. That's going to bring John Cena all the way up to level 5. Okay, so now we don't want to see anything from that. We only want to see cards from here. That's going to put us up to level 88, and we are indeed complete. So there we are, John Cena's stats at level 100 is 50.06 in speed, 52.23 in toughness, 57.53 in power, and 61.55 in charisma, which is huge. Ginormous huge. Absolutely massive. And he needs to play Money in the Bank in order to get his variants up. He needs to play Money in the Bank 10 times. And of course, we need to get him his 100 matches as well. Next one we're going to put into the Performance Center is going to be Rey Mysterio. And let's go ahead and train up our Rey Mysterio as well. That'll do. And there he is at level 90. And of course, that does finish him off. And Rey Mysterio, he has 47.67 in power, 52.12 in toughness, 59.38 in charisma, and a whopping 61.12 in speed for the greatest luchador of all time. That is very, very cool to see. We're also going to go ahead and train up our Bianca Belair as well. Going to level her up through the roof. Level 91 is fine. And let's go ahead and change that image for Bianca Belair. I think we've got some cooler images that we can use. That one's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm going to go with. And let's go ahead and claim that. That is the Undertaker version of Bianca Belair, of course. Ali Mage says, can you try new Cena image with old card? Right, with an old Cena. Okay, certainly. Let's go ahead and try it. Let's see what old Cenas I've got. Trying to think, when was the... Oh, actually, this one here, Saturday Night Main Event Cena. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, actually. That's very cool, actually. Now, what was that throwback image? No, it wasn't throwback image. It was that one. It was his heel version, of course. I'm going to go back and throw back to that one. Let's see some other John Cena cards. I'm sure that we have a couple. At least I suspect I do. If you guys see any, do make sure to shout out in the comment section. Got a load of WrestleMania 41 cards for some reason. Nah, we can't go having that, can we? Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's very, very cool indeed. Now, if you guys do see any John Cena's, do make sure to shout out so the big old Grand Cat can notice. There we go. There's one back in Royal Rumble tier. Yeah, that's awesome. That is very, very cool. Do we have a Legion Cena? No, we don't. Do we have one of these? Oh, there we go. Let's try this one. That one, it sucks because it's kind of covering the belt. But other than that, yeah. Yeah, it does certainly look cool. Oh, we can just combine these Seth Rollinses. Get a free star. Let's go ahead and take a look at our objectives. So while Wednesday, we've still got 3 hours left to do it. We just need to pick one more card off and we need to win 5 of these. The other thing we can do is we can go ahead and claim our 100 objective counter streak. So let's see what we get up from this, shall we? We're getting all these unhinged cards now. Oh, there's a couple of Summerslam cards. There's a Ray Phoenix. And a train up. That Ray Phoenix might be the one guaranteed SummerSlam card that we get. Oh, we've got an Ethan Page as well. We've got 2 of them. All Ego Ethan Page. That is very, very cool indeed to see. And we've got another SummerSlam card coming up to the end here. A Pro Ethan Page. Whoa, look at that. Locking down those ones. We've got a Pro Ethan Page immediately from that 100 packs. That's very, very cool. And we've also got the Battle Pass quest, so let's see what we get from this. So resetting the draft 8 times gives you a whole bunch of John Cena's. Winning a match 75 times, again, more John Cena's. Using your super move 25 times gives you 2 gold fusion tokens. Winning a match with John Cena gives you 2 rare draft picks. Playing a game in any event or Money in the Bank gives you 2 pro crystals. And if you get all of them, it's going to give you a fortified 1 phenomenal AJ Styles, which is very, very cool as well. Very neat. Nice. Very, very cool indeed. Now, let's go ahead and go to trainable, I think. Yeah, okay, time to level up these Ethan Pages. Ethan Page also seems to be our strongest card as well, which is very, very cool. We need to make sure it's the right one. And let's go ahead and use some of these new cards. Actually, I just remembered. We've got a whole bunch of these that we need to lock down. Completely forgot to do that earlier. I was just so excited about the Ethan Pages. The reason that we're locking these down is so that we've got these... we don't need to lock that one down. It's so that we've got them for leveling up any new cards that we get. That is the reason for that. Okay, so now train up our Ethan Page, because we've got more than enough cards here that we need to get rid of anyway. Let's start with some of these. Well, that's already level 74. Actually, where can we begin? Okay, let's take care of some of these, shall we? Okay, I don't really want to go getting rid of any that we haven't pro'd yet. And 89 is good enough. Because once you get to level 88, it should take care of the rest of it. And the second Ethan page now. The all-ego Ethan page. Killing them with a smile. Not Chelsea Green. And 89 is all we need. And now once we get those two Ethan pages leveled up, they are going to be very, very cool. That's going to be our very first Summerslam 25 Pro, which will be a completely separate video from this one. Because I don't think we're going to be able to do it here in this video, not without spending credits, unless this video goes very long. I think this is the best image that we've got for Ethan page as well, that one. So that's very, very cool. Let's go ahead and try campaign mode. Let's go ahead and start it, shall we? So we're allowed to use whatever we want, and our deck looks absolutely stacked. I'm just going to go ahead and swap you out for Carrying Cross here. So we've got 2 left arrows, 2 right arrows, an up and down arrow. And if we can get through this, we should be able to get another Summerslam 25 card as well. Tag Team of Speed, Carrying Cross, and Run the Truth Killings. And those are level 0 Summerslam 25 cards. And we'll go with Chelsea Green. Is that Nikki Bella, I think? And then the last one's Power, which we'll do with Ultimate Warrior. Kendall says, Zah, what team are you in? I'm in my own team. The team of the Grand Cat is Soul World Order. And if you want to join my team, the way you go about it is joining my Discord, which you can find in the description of this video. Once you get in there, say, I want to join the Grand Cat, and someone will get you into the Grand Cat NXT, which is our developmental team. And from there, oh my goodness, that was a mess. And from there, you'll join, and you'll get all the rewards. You'll get all of the Summerslam 25 rewards and things. But you'll work your way up, and then once you do, you have a chance of getting in to the team of the big old Grand Cat himself. Oh, there's the Cody Rhodes. It's a very cool image of Cody Rhodes as well. I really, really like that there's so many title images in this tier. I have always been a huge fan of the title images. Oh, there's the Bronco Buster from Mae Young. Then we'll go with Carrying Cross on this one. And there's the objective complete for male tag team. Now we're up to 2022. This will take us up to 2025, which is the modern year. And that's how many campaign stars we will have. The tag team of Speed. There's going to be a big old Stone Cold and Axiom, son. Against Otis and Rusev. Rusev Putria, Rusev Machka. Sharon White says, "Yo, what's up, Sir Grandcat? Your vids are very helpful. Thank you for everything you do." Oh, that's very cool. Thank you for coming along to the live stream. A Grimes? A Grimes? Did I remove you? How are you still in my chat? My goodness. Let's see. Have you been playing since the start of W Supercard in 2014? Or when did you start? I asked because 814 is the 11th anniversary of the game. I started playing, I'm not exactly sure if I was on day one, but the point that I started playing, I've said this in a few different videos before, is I was watching a episode of Raw, and good old Jim Ross told me that there's a brand new mobile game available for you to play right now. It's called WWE Supercard, and I listened to good old Jim Ross tells me to do something, I go ahead and do it. And I downloaded W Supercard that day, and I've been playing ever since. And I was certainly there before the first event card. The very first event card was Brock Lesnar with the WWE Championship over his shoulder, and that was back in Legendary Tier Season 1. So I've been playing since at least then. I don't know if I was playing in the very first day. I might have been, but if it wasn't the first day, it was certainly within the first week. It was certainly day 2, day 3, day 4. But yes, I have been playing since the very, very beginning, because I am a big old ancient grandcat. Mr. Dub says, if I haven't proed a legacy card that I can use in the event, should I do it? Or should I use the 2 cards for the event? Well, it's entirely up to you. It depends on whether you are after the star or whether you want to play more of the game mode. Personally, I would be using it to play more of the game mode, but you know, once I finally manage to complete it, I'm not sure, maybe I'll start proing them. Sharon White says, right now I've got 2 SummerSlam 25 cards, CM Punk and Austin Theory. That is very, very cool. I'm sure there'll be lots more SummerSlam 25 cards to come in the future. Also, Siobhan White, I see that you are perhaps using someone else's account. If you can, click that subscribe button. It'd be very, very helpful. Get everyone to subscribe. Your pets, your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your children, your ancestors. I will happily accept a subscribe button from any person, and it's all very much appreciated. Our Ultimate Warrior and Ivar don't tag together here, but we did minus the power of the opponents. I think it's going to be more than enough, if I'm honest. There we are, Ultimate Warrior and Ivar in a tables match. Siobhan says, I just subbed and turned on notifications. Oh, thank you. Very much appreciated, Siobhan. This is very, very cool, because at the end of the stream it tells me how many new subscribers we've got, and that is all very, very cool indeed. I always like seeing that there's a whole bunch of new Grand Cat Grand Fleet members. We still have 65 people in the chat right now. My goodness. Tyson Boston says, I just noticed 24/7 is in again. Is it? I didn't even see that. Wow. I'm going to have to take a look at that in a minute. Can't believe that I missed that the 24/7 mode is available. John Wood says, hi, Grandcat. Hello, John Wood. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We are currently playing through campaign mode. We've already got the Battle Pass John Cena, and we managed to pull the Rey Mysterio with the World Heavyweight title, which is the old WCW belt, over his shoulder, which is very, very cool. Okay, before we do that, let's take a look and see. There it is, 24/7 Championship is back. My goodness. Let's go ahead and challenge. You see that it's using the limited edition Ultimate Warrior for my image because I'm using the big old Grand Cat, and there's no Grand Cat image. Blacklight said I just got a Pro Eddie. Wow, that's huge. That is huge this early on in the tier. Siobhan's like, it just came out. It's true, it did. That's someone that's very, very dedicated. So, of course, we're going to use Mae Young. And the last one is Tag Team Charisma, which we should be able to win with Ivar and Andrade. There we go, a perfect win. Ah, so it gives us Xavier Woods. Maybe that's the rewards that we get from this. Oh, okay, so it gives you a whole bunch of old school SummerSlam cards. So it's certainly well worth your time to do 24/7 as well. But meanwhile, let's continue, because we're now on the boss, which is Maxine Dupree. Okay, so the first one is a tag team of speed. So we're going to use Axiom and Penta for this one. Against Kira Torizawa and, big old Stone Cold Steve Austin, son. That is very cool. There's a Stone Cold Steve Austin in SummerSlam 25 tier. And of course, we're going to use Lyra Valkyria here. She has a slightly higher speed, taking on Io Sky. And lastly, we're going to use Bret the Hitman Hart. Even though Andrade has higher speed, it's nice to see Bret in the ring. Siobhan White says, did you do Last Man Standing? If you did, what rank did you get? I did indeed. I wasn't going for a high rank, but we did manage to get the Nikki Bella. And let's go ahead and claim our reward and get our next guaranteed SummerSlam 25 card, which is JD McDonough, which means that JD McDonough is going to be a pro from Giants Unleashed. That's going to be a really cool up arrow pro to get from our first event. The next one's all going to be left and right arrows, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and continue. We'll see how far we can get in campaign mode. We're going to be in Jade Cargill next. WNO says, hey Grand Cat, hello WNO. That's Wrestling Night Out. Blacklight says the second pro, right? Ethan Page and JD McDonough. Indeed it says we've got 2 pros already, which is very, very cool. Well, we don't have the second JD McDonough yet, but we will get him from tomorrow's Giants Unleashed. So that is very, very cool to look forward to. And let's go ahead and... Oh, we're going to go ahead and use Ron the Truth Killings. I thought it was a tag match. My bad. Next one is Toughness. Well, we're going to go ahead and use our Mae Young here. And then it's the second Mae Young for Charisma. Oh, that would go up to 68,000. Our Mae Young has 79,000, so it's already looking like it's getting a little bit trickier. But I think we will be able to do this one. And we've got an unlock bonus for our equipment, so I'm going to have to go and do that. Let's see here. Has equipment. There's our Mae Young. And our hand has additional speed. It's not what we wanted. Ideally, we would like additional toughness, but we'll take it. And we've reached our maximum number of draft boards, so it's time to get rid of our drafts. We can also do Wild Wednesday. That's another thing. Siobhan White says, dang, if it had been toughness, that would have been way too OP. Ah, there we pulled a cool Bray Wyatt. Old school SummerSlam Bray Wyatt. Okay, so we pulled a couple of cards there. So we need to scroll through and make sure that we're not accidentally deleting them. The Summerslam 24, the Rock, we can't use, but we can use this Bray Wyatt. And if we keep going, we need to find the other one, which was our SummerSlam 17 Nikki Cross. And I think those were the only two, so let's go ahead and dust the rest of those. And we've also completed the objective to dust it off, which means we have a rare to draft pick as well. Which gives us another chance of pulling a SummerSlam 25 card. Let's go for this one, shall we? And it's a WrestleMania 41 Axiom, which is not very much of a help to us. So we're just going to go ahead and dust him. Because unfortunately, it's not one that we need. And do we have enough to play this again? We do. We've got exactly 10. So let's go in and rock it. Siobhan White says, I still haven't got the Mae Young. Unfortunately, you're not able to anymore. The Mae Young event has finished. So we're now into SummerSlam 25 tier. But don't worry, because a Pro SummerSlam 25 card is probably going to be stronger than a Mae Young anyway. Okay, we've got a skull and 2 music notes. Those freaking Chad Gables, man. Oh, we got a whole bunch here. This is cool when you pull this special pack that's got all these old school cards in it. So that's very, very nice to see. And we've got enough to do it again. And we also pulled enough in our mini collection. So let's go ahead and claim our reward from our milestone. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to pull the Batista. I was really hoping that we would. There's Mr. Stone and the Asuka. Okay, so for the second one, it'll guarantee give us Batista, but unfortunately we didn't get the previous one there. Okay, let's jump in and rock it once more. Perfect. Seth Rollins and The Rock. JSO. Rey Mysterio and Tia Hale. Okay, we've only got 8 of 10 cards, so we need to get another 2 before we're able to continue. Let's see how we're doing on Well Wednesday. We only need 1 more, so let's go ahead and grab these. And we need to do 5 more wild games undefeated. In terms of our daily streak, our daily wins, we need to play 3 PvP and 1 Survivor. Oh my god, I hate playing Survivor. It takes so long. It's really only because of how long Survivor takes is what puts me off playing it. If there was a way to play Survivor against a computer rather than against actual humans, I would much prefer that. Just to speed things up a bit. And okay, let's go ahead and play our wild games. So what we're going to do here is we are going to... We're going to swap these out for old school cards. So you can see we're now at SummerSlam 24 tier. So if we go out and go back in, we have SummerSlam 24 opponents, but if we go to autofill, we still have the SummerSlam 24 opponents, but we now have a full unhinged tier deck. And we're just going to do this 5 times, and that will easily allow us to win our 5 unhinged cards, or our 5 undefeated cards, sorry. 5 undefeated matches is what I'm trying to say. For some reason, couldn't. Go ahead and use runs through the killings here. And Ultimate Warrior. Okay, we've got a new challenger for 24/7, so let's go ahead and run to that. Run to defend against a Shadow Shiba. Oh, it looks like it's now changed to the Bret Hart. That's not even the image we're using for Bret Hart. Okay, so toughness and charisma. Let's go ahead and use Ivar. Oh, we might lose that one. Oh no, we managed to win. Cool. And then tag team. Don't think anyone's beating Bret Hart and Karrion Kross anytime soon. That new Penta looks awesome, by the way. And lastly, a female tag team of toughness. Well, let's use the championship with our Mae Young and Lyra Valkyria, just to guarantee win this match. There we go, that's a perfect game. And we've earned enough battle points to claim a reward. So let's go ahead and jump into that reward now. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's go ahead and claim this first of all. We're just going to go ahead and lock that down. But this is the one that we really wanted. Yeah, take a look at that. There is our big old John Cena with the championship. That is very, very awesome. We're not going to keep it. We're going to let that get removed. But let's take a look at our male Summerslam 25 cards. And we can now change this John Cena into the image, wherever it is. Did I go by it? Did I go by it in my excitement? There he is. There it is, with the championship laid out. That's very, very awesome. And let's go ahead and look at our WrestleMania 40, because we've got John Cena down here somewhere as well. There he is. And I'm going to change that to that title image as well. Yeah, that is very, very cool. Look at all these title images that we've got now. There's so many championships over people's shoulders. Oh my goodness, that is very, very cool indeed. We've got the Stone Cold with the world title. We've got the Seth Rollins with the old world title. We've got the Cena with the undisputed title. Kevin Owens with the universal title. It's very, very cool to see all these championship images. Yeah. And there's all of the SummerSlam 25 cards we've managed to grab already, which is very, very cool indeed. Ali Majed says, can you change the image of Cena to the US title? Absolutely. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So Cena with his US title was, he says, trying to remember off the top of his head. I'm sure I have it. It's this one. There it is. There he is with the United States Championship over his shoulder as well. There we go. That is very, very cool indeed. But I am going to go with the brand new image. This is the one that I want to showcase. That one is very, very awesome. Yeah, that is very, very cool. In fact, actually, I like it so much. We have paid our homage and respect to the Hogan, but it's now time for us to use a different image, and I'm going to go ahead and use that John Cena with the championship because it looks very, very cool. And whereabouts is he? There he is. Say the team champ. Oh my goodness, it didn't save. You know what, actually, I just realised that actually the SummerSlam 25 John Cena with his back turned might be even cooler. Let's see what that looks like. that is pretty crazy. You don't really see the title, but you do get to see the rest of it. And my goodness, if anyone from my team is watching the stream, please start up TBG1. We're going to need at least one more person in there, preferably two, so we can have a 9-person team. I mean, we do have 19 of 20 players in, and of course, this is a brand new tier, so everyone should be all happy and excited for playing the brand new cards to try and get those Summerslam 25 rewards. Let's go ahead and use all 10 of these to play once again. This plus another 2 to our mega collection. Kendall says, what is your team I want to join? If you come along and join my Discord, which you can find in the description of this video, then... Oh, there we go. Someone just joined Team Battleground 1. Someone was listening in my stream. If you join my Discord in the description below, and you say, hi, I'm a fan of Grandcat and I would like to join your team, then someone will get you in to my Grandcat NXT, and from there, you can work your way up to Soul World Order, which is the team that I'm in, which is the home of the Grandcat. Daniel Maynard says, I was lurking. Let's go ahead. You know what? Big ol' Grandcat is going to start the Team Battleground right now. There we go. We're now searching for an opponent. So I hope you guys are all locked in. There they are. It was RKO and it was Big Bofa that both joined TPG1. There's Kairi Sanse, there's Tao Norge, Mando, No Limit K, Big Boss Man, and Kaha, along with Big Ol' Grandcat. And that is us. So that's very, very cool. And let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards. The rewards are indeed SummerSlam 25 cards. So it will contain either an unhinged card or a SummerSlam 25 card. It will also contain 2 cards that will be either unhinged or WrestleMania 41. It also contains 700 super cards, 1 guaranteed rare draft pick, and 8 blue crystals. Which is very, very cool indeed. Now, what was I doing? I got distracted. Let's go back into campaign mode, actually. No, it's not campaign mode. We are doing wild because we're trying to do the Wild Wednesday. That's what I was doing. Yes, sometimes Big Ol' Grandcat needs to be reminded what he is doing because he will just completely forget and start doing entirely different things. So now that we've done that, if we go back out and go back in, we now have SummerSlam 24 opponents, and if we go to autofill, then we can go ahead and beat one of those nice and easy. Kendall says, can I add your name? Absolutely. You can follow me on W Supercard. There is many other players that are joining me on Supercard that are following me. So I'm very, very happy to have you join with the rest of them. And let's go with Bret the Hitman Hart for this one. Not that it really matters. And the last one's going to be Ultimate Warrior. And once again, we're going to swap these out for these WrestleMania 40. And then edit and autofill. And there we go. Kendall says, I need you to add my name. Add your name to what? If you're talking about my Discord server, you should be able to get into the Discord server without me doing anything. You should be able to just click the link and it will take you straight to it. Again, Kendall, I do not know what it is you're trying to get me to add you to, but again, you can do it without Big Ol' Grandcat. You can set it up yourself. I am not required, and if you do need any assistance, there are mods that are available that are probably online right now that can help you with getting into the server. Kendall says, where is it? In the description of this video is where you will find the link to the Discord server. And once again, back out and go back in. I see the Kendall's having a bit of problems, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy, and paste. There you are. There is the link to the Discord server. It is in the description, but if you can't see the description for whatever reason, there it is available for you. Shane White says, man, I'm about to ask my mum for the battle pass because I need that Cena Pro. I remember as a child doing the exact same thing with my mother. Good times. Kendall says, thank you. You're very, very welcome. And hopefully you'll be a new member of the team. I really like that Bret the Hammer Hart does the pile driver into the sharpshooter. It's not just the sharpshooter. I think that's a very cool setup. How many more of these do we need to win? One more. Okay. Just needs to do it one more time. Also, for anyone that has not seen this, this is the fastest way to do the win a game undefeated. Power and toughness, that sounds like a job for big old Stone Cold Steve Austin, son. Tag team of toughness is completely fine. JC Jane and Mae Young, even though they don't work together, still more than enough to take out these two B-Fabs. And lastly, the toughness of Bret the Hitman Hart. Dr. Phil, he says, damn, I haven't played this game in yonks. I used to spend hours on this. It is very, very cool, and we've also just got a brand new tier that just dropped today. It's SummerSlam 25. SummerSlam 25 happens in WWE this weekend, but we've got it just a couple of days early. And Daniel Miner says, SummerSlam 25 Nikki from a Super Pool. That's very, very cool. Let's see what we can grab from our Wild Wednesday. We've got an LA Knight and 2 unhinged cards, Rey Fenix and Lana. I wonder if we could pull... Okay, you can't pull any SummerSlam 25 cards from this Wild Wednesday. Okay, so there we go. We've got some awesome stuff there. Let's take a quick look at campaign mode once again, shall we? Dr. Phil says, oh, I might download it again. Those cards designs look awesome. My advice to anyone returning or any new players is to find yourself a decent team, and they will help you get those rewards. Because as you can see here, from our team battleground, oh, it looks like we're against the Warriors. That so long as we win, you get either a SummerSlam 25 card or an unhinged card, and you also get 2 additional, either unhinged or WrestleMania 41 cards, and that will help you level up really, really fast and get those wonderful SummerSlam 25 rewards yourself. And of course, you can get all the special cards from the Rocks rewards. We've, of course, managed to pull the Rey Mysterio from Blockbuster. There he is. That's the very one that we managed to pull. And, of course, there's all the other special things that are available in store right now as well. So I think it's arguably easier to play the game now than it ever has been in the past. So let's jump right into the next game of campaign. Siobhan says, I'll join your team, but I have to leave my existing one. If you do have a decent game, let me try speaking once again. If you do have a decent team in the game, then I would recommend just sticking with them. But if your team is not working out for you, if they are not getting all the rewards that you want, then it is a decent idea to jump along with the big old Grand Cats team. do remember that you do need to be active to be in my team, so you can't be seen slacking. Not at all. We can't accept that. Todd Phil says, that's awesome. Thanks for the advice. You're very welcome, good sir. Siobhan says, I go to summer camp. It ends this week. I have never been to a summer camp. I think that's more of an American thing. We don't really tend to do it here in the hometown of the big old Grand Cat in Scotland. But it sounds like it's a lot of fun, so you enjoy yourself over there. I'm sure you'll be having lots of fun. We'll start with power. We'll go with the Ultimate Warrior. Then for speed, Brett the Hitman Hart. And of course, tag match of power. Hopefully, Naomi and Lyra Valkyria will be able to win. Oh, it looks like it'll be close. Okay, we need to do that one again. That was my fault. I was looking at the screen. I was looking at the chat. Lord Parrotblood says, can you use the Ray title image on other cards? You can. You absolutely can, and it's very, very cool. I am really, really happy with the way that they are doing these on W Supercard. That we've got the brand new John Cena. We've got two John Cena title images. We've got the Rey Mysterio title image. We've got Batista. We've got Eddie Guerrero. We've got Dominic Mysterio. And we've got Zelina Vega with the United States Championship as well. So those are all really, really cool to see. Lord Powerblood says, show again as soon as you clear this level, please. Absolutely, I will do that for you. And if we do something that gives plus power, or minus power, more specifically, then we should be able to win this match here with no problems whatsoever. Now, let's take a look at that Rey Mysterio. Well, there's the Rey Mysterio card with the title over his shoulder already, but you want to see another Rey Mysterio, and he is right arrow. Let's go for right arrow males, and we'll do this until we find a couple of Rey Mysterios. There he is. There's the Rey Mysterio with the belt on the Valor card. Old school Valor Rey Mysterio. And I don't know if I've got any other Rey Mysterios. Not at the moment. But there you go. It is showing that you can indeed use the image on other cards, which is really, really cool to see. Lord Parrot Blood says, that's beautiful. Khalil South says, can you read my message after you look at cards, please? Absolutely. I have indeed read your message, and I'll do one better. I'll read your message in the voice of the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, can you read my message after you look at the cards, please? Kendall says, are you in a team? I am indeed. I am not only in a team, I am the team, and the big old Grand Cat team. And there we go. This is the Soul World Order, which is the home of the Grand Cat, is the name of my team. Speaking of which, we are very, very close to finishing off this board, and I think it's the last board we've got left to finish. So that's going to be very, very cool. Let's jump back into campaign mode. Actually, let me just take a quick look at 24/7, make sure that we weren't attacked while no one was mentioning anything. Sometimes you do get attacked without it actually coming up that you have been attacked, so you do need to be careful and look out for those. Khalil South says that my name is Yeet Yeet. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. Jamie Williams says, hi. Hello, Jamie Williams. Welcome to the stream. I'm just doing a little bit of campaign mode here. Been streaming for a decent amount of time, actually. Just realised that it's almost after 10:30 at night here in the home of the big old Grandcat. Not sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming for, but as long as I have energy and the players are happy, I'm happy to continue streaming. We'll be against Gunther and Austin Theory. So I think we'll probably be rounding up the stream in just a little bit of time. Siobhan White says, I'm just now looking back at the WrestleMania 41 cards. Those are trash. Lord Jesus. That's a shame. That's wonderful. Kaylin Sath says, I think it's going to be top message on WWE. Oh, yeet, do you think? Okay, so this one's going to be toughness and charisma. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. Oh, I think that little bleep means we've been streaming for a set amount of time. I don't know if it's 3 hours or not. 2 hours and 21 minutes, okay. So this one is charisma, and we're going to go for Bret the Hitman Hart against the Anvil Neidhart, former tag team champions were the two of those. The next one is going to be a tag for charisma. Let's go for a Million Beagles and Ron Killings against Kofi Kingston and Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan, who's no stranger to the tag team championships himself, along with the... Oh my goodness, I almost used his AEW name. Lee. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten what his name is. Harper Lee? Luke Harper. That's what it was. Yes, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. And of course in AEW, he was... Now I've forgotten his AEW name. That's atrocious. What was his AEW name? Brody Lee. That's what it was. Brody Lee and Luke Harper. Can't believe that I forgot his name. Wow. Okay, we've got to use the draft board. My goodness, big old Grandcat's eyes are not working as they used to. Sherry Yanch? Cher Yanch, I think, said hi. I hope I said your name correctly. If I did not, please inform me, and I shall try and say it correctly. I like to be able to pronounce the names of all of my Grandcat Grand Fleet members. Got a whole bunch of Summerslam cards from these 50 draft picks. Wow. And we've got a bunch of TBG energy as well, which is very, very cool. Kendall, is this not like the 5th time that you've asked, are you in a team? And I've shown you my team? So there we go. SummerSlam 19, SummerSlam 2. Let's keep going until you see more SummerSlam cards. SummerSlam 24, we don't need that one, so we can't use it. SummerSlam 19 we can use. SummerSlam 17 we can use. SummerSlam 24, helpful. And that's it. We can just the rest. Ionop says, if I just came back playing from a long time ago, Should I do campaign or no? I would recommend doing campaign mode. It gives you a tremendous amount of rewards. It's all very, very cool. Bobby Tarantino says, Kendall, you need help. Fifth time you asked, bro. um, Minania Deborah says 2008, 2025, 2026. You have been posting year names, and I do not know why. Are you a bot? Are you possibly a bot that has went a little bit haywire and started just typing out year names? Okay, there's 2008, 2025, and 2026. Cool. Very good. Bobby Tarantino says pretty sure. Well, I mean, maybe they are just happy to be named. Or maybe they just really like those years. I don't know. Really surprising considering it's not even 2026 yet. Sammy Stone says, "Come on, lad, how you do this blockbuster?" Well, I already did it. Basically, what you have to do is you need to try and find the titles that are hidden at the bottom of those little blocks. That's what you're trying to do. So you're not trying to clear the stages. You're just trying to get the actual titles at the very bottom of them. So once you find one, it's basically like playing TLC, apart from you have to go through 4 layers of cards. That's how it works. I'll do a proper tutorial video of it tomorrow. Unfortunately, I've already played it today. We did it on live stream and I learned how to play it. But there'll be a proper video going out tomorrow. There'll be a tutorial that shows you how to play it. But for today, just go ahead and try it. It's free to play. Try it out yourself. There'll be a proper video coming tomorrow teaching everyone how to properly get through that. And with that said, folks, now let's go into campaign. Actually, before we go into campaign, we're going to go into rocks. We have 8 of 10. Okay, we're 2 away. Back in campaign mode, and let's go ahead and jump into this one. We are 2 away from another Summerslam 25 card, and then I think I might even consider possibly finishing up the stream. We're going to start off with our tag team of Mae Youngs in toughness. Next up is Charisma. I'm going to go ahead with Brett the Hitman Hart here. And the last one is Power, Carrying Cross, and Ultimate Warrior. And now we're on Jade Cargill herself. And after we beat this, we'll get another SummerSlam 25 card. So this one's all going to be toughness and speed. Okay, let's just jump right into it. Let's see how well we do. See how far we can get without having any SummerSlam 25 pros, or without having any equipment attached or any momentum used. We'll see just how far we get going. So Bret Hart and Steven Regal I'm going to start us off with toughness. It's Dominic Mysterio and Julius Creed that we are against. And next up is the tag team of Speed. I feel confident with 81 and 92. And I was right to feel confident. And our last one here, we're going to go ahead and use the Undisputed Championship, which is going to be Jacob Fatu and Ron the Truth Killings in toughness here against Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the tag team of the New Day. And there we go, Jade Cargill has been defeated. And that gives us another reward. And it's big old Otis. And that Otis already comes at level 100 with his 100 matches as well. I completely forgot about that part. The next one's going to be 2 copies of a card. It's going to give me a pro of something. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to beat Umaga. Interesting. I wonder if I can. You know what? Before I do, what I'm going to do is I am big old Grand Cat's just going to go and get himself another drink. I am maybe going to freshen up a little bit. My voice is getting a little bit tired, so I might go and take something for my voice as well. And I shall be back in approximately 5 minutes or so. And then when we come back, we'll continue doing campaign mode and seeing how much further we can actually get. So if you guys are happy to sit and wait, we will see if we can get ourselves another Summerslam 25 Pro. So I'm just going to go ahead and rate be right back 5 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and pin that message for the time being. Okay, folks, I'll be back in just a few minutes. And hopefully, if you're all still here and watching, then we'll continue campaign mode. So that is something to look forward to in just about 5 minutes or so. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. Is the chat still here? My goodness. Are you all still waiting for me? Let's see here. Let me just catch up in the chat. Siobhan White says, Bro, Survivor Series on Supercard is so trash. Your cards could be better than other people's and you still lose. Siobhan White says, Kendall, he's the team owner of Soul World Order. Kendall says, Do the Rock, I want John Cena. NBA 2K25 game says, I wanted that. Me too. So I would do anything to get that John Cena. Yeah, fact. It looks so good. It does. Yes, that's why I left it there on the image. It looks really, really good. It's so cool. I really, really am a fan of that John Cena card. So let's go and jump right back into campaign mode and see if we can get ourselves a pro. So this is all going to be down arrows this time, and it's all going to be toughness and speed. So let's see. Things might get a little bit tricky here, but we'll go ahead and try it. I'm going to go ahead and unpin that message. There we go. Now that we are indeed back. Okay, so the first one's going to be speed. Let's go ahead and use Penta. We've got 90,000 speed against Uncle Howdy. NBA 2K25 game says, Are you doing? You promised? I promised? I mean, Battle Pass giveaway? There will be a Battle Pass being given away eventually, but not in this stream. If you're looking for that in this stream, unfortunately, this is not the time. But that will be coming in a later point, of which members of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet will have a chance of winning that Battle Pass. However, those of you that are still around at the end of the stream, I will maybe give you a hint as to what it is that you need to do to get that free Battle Pass John Cena. But that's only for the most loyal of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet members that are going to stick around to the end. NBA 2K25 game says, have you got any tips for this tier? Well, I'll be doing a tutorial video for the brand new event that's ongoing right now, that I managed to get the Rey Mysterio from. That'll be coming out tomorrow, because of course I've already done it in this one. But in terms of the rest of it, my advice is always to find a decent team, because if you get a decent team, oh my god, that went all the way up to 78. If you get a decent team, then you'll be able to get the brand new rewards from all of these, all the things like Team Battleground, Team Ring Domination, Team Road to Glory. Like every single week, you'll be getting at least a guaranteed SummerSlam 25 card, but also from Team Battlegrounds, you'll have an additional chance at getting those cards. Kendall says, it have a way where you can donate in a Battle Pass in the chat. First of all, that wasn't properly grammared, but I think what you're trying to say is there a way to donate a Battle Pass in the chat? And I don't believe so. I don't believe there's any way that you can literally give away a random Battle Pass. But I wouldn't be giving out a random Battle Pass anyway. I have a couple of different ways. Big Bossman says, greetings, and my goodness, look at all those honors that Big Bossman has on the side of his name there. My goodness. Mr. Job says, boom, win packs give you cards for event 2, it looks like. Ah, okay. Well, let's take a look at boom in just a minute then. Siobhan says, oh, thank you, Dub. Let's go ahead and tag our Akira Tozawa with Penta against Jacob Fatu and Xavier Woods. Liam Barnes. Hello, Liam. This is Liam Barnesy. Welcome to the stream. Keno says, in the Rockstar, I've got Eddie Guerrero in the first try. Wow, that's very impressive. Now, I still have not yet got the Eddie Guerrero. But I have pulled the Rey Mysterio. Okay, so this one's all power. Power could be a little bit tricky. Liam Barnes once again. Hello, Liam. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Power once again. Let's go with CM Punk. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and tag Stone Cold and Penta with the table. Kale South says, hi, I'm back. Hello, Kale. NBA 2K25 game says, I've never spent money on this game. It is entirely possible to play this game for free and still get absolutely decent rewards. It's certainly easier if you spend money, but it's entirely possible to not spend any money and still get all those wonderful rewards. So you are doing a good job, NBA 2K25 games. Kendall says, I need a Penta. Penta is certainly very, very cool. Oh my goodness, are we going to lose that match? Dang, okay, well, we need to do that match again. Yeah, we shouldn't have any problems with the rest of these, however. And the last match is tag speed. Okay, so we need to play that match again and win that first match because I didn't realise that the opponent was going to gain so much charisma. Yeah, that should be fine. Try that once more. So the first match is female charisma. Michael says, I'm back, just got Eddie on the Rockstar. Very cool. Then Power, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the last one is Tag Toughness, which we should win with these two. Kendall says the Psychopath one. Is there a new Psychopath that I'm not aware of? The last one was for Abyss. Okay, we've got two more matches to go. This one's going to be Power and Charisma. Okay, so this one's all Charisma itself. Let's try it anyway. If need be, we can play it a second time. So the first one is Charisma, which, let's start with Stone Cold. He's got 85,000 Charisma. Kendall says I'll be back. Take your time, Kendall. Although I might not be streaming for too much longer. It is now 11 PM here in the home of the Grand Cat. And this last one's Charisma. Yeah, we're going to use Penta and CM Punk. That is enough to win. And we've earned enough points for another Battle Pass reward. We're still waiting on 24/7. Let's take a look at our Battle Pass reward then. Okay, we can claim both of these. 50 Zero coins and 100 credits. Back into campaign mode, and we're going to take on Umaga. And we're going to swap this one to plus toughness. Hmm, 12.52. Yep, that will have to do. NBA says, you okay? I am good. The Grand Car. The Grand Car is what I would be if this were NASCAR. But yes, I am okay. It is 11 p.m. I'm thinking about going for a bath. I've been streaming for quite some time. My voice is getting a little bit tired, but it's not incredibly. Isaac says, I'm sorry about yesterday's Ah, I remember you, Isaac. No, it's alright. You confused me for another YouTuber, and I was a little bit annoyed, but I appreciate that you have taken responsibility and that you came to apologise. So thank you for that, Isaac. Although there was someone that was significantly more rude that came along afterwards. Isaac says, can you forgive me? Absolutely. You are a member of my Grand Cat Grand Fleet. How could I not forgive a caring member of my Grand Cat Grand Fleet? And there we go with that table. CM Punk has managed to defeat Umaga. Oh goodness, I thought we got stuck on that screen for a second there. And our next campaign opponent is going to be... It's going to be Ethan Page, but let's go ahead and grab our reward for Milestone 99 first of all. It is a Maxime Dupree. Oh, that is a really, really cool, really good SummerSlam 25 card because we've got the Pro and we've also got a SummerSlam 25 microphone as well. So I think we're going to see our very first SummerSlam 25 Pro right here and right now. So there, they both have their 100 matches, they're both level 100. And let's see what a Pro Maxime Dupree looks like. And there we go. Maxime Dupree is our very, very first Pro. And so there isn't an awful lot going on in terms of the Pro animation of the SummerSlam. In fact, I'm not really sure there is an awful lot going on at all. One of the things is it gives us lights that come across the background. There's the fireworks, but you get the fireworks in the basic version as well. Isaac says, I got a Hank Walker SummerSlam 25 card. Very good. Isaac says, how are you liking the new tier? I like the Pro image. You got Rey Fenix. I did get Rey Fenix. There he is. Let's see what other Maxime Dupree images we've got. I think I actually quite liked that image. I'm not even sure we're going to change her image. I think actually her SummerSlam 25 tier image is probably her best one. Well, we've got that one. My goodness. Now we've got her Christmas one. But I think we're going to stick with this one. That one looks cool. And we're going to level her up as well. And let's train her up. And we're going to try not to use any of the ones that still need to be pro'd. Let's try level 95. That is complete. And let's see. So our Maxine Dupree now has 54.45 thousand in toughness, 59.51 thousand in power, 67.94 thousand in speed, and 69.08 thousand in charisma. Isaac says you maxed out the battle pass already. Dang, no, this is only level 2 of the battle pass that gives you this. We don't have the pro yet. Isaac says I want that new Penta card. Imagine if Cody turns heel at SummerSlam. Could very well happen. Kendall says I'm back. Welcome back, Kendall. And it looks like our draft board is also finished, so we need to go ahead and use up our draft picks once again. Kendall says, who, me? Yes, you. You said you're back, and I said, welcome back, Kendall. Isaac says, I would want to see a heel Cody. If you want to see a heel Cody, you should check out AEW in its early years before Cody Rhodes moved to WWE. And you can see the absolute menace that heel Cody Rhodes can get up to there. Pablo Angel says hi. Hello, Pablo. Welcome to the stream. You know, it'd be so much easier if WWE Supercard gave you some kind of like auto pick thing. They just gave you like 50 picks rather than having to go through them all individually like this. Okay, let's see. What ones are we wanting to keep? We want to keep the old SummerSlam cards. We need to scroll through and find them. Yeah, I think I saw one or two. There's one, SummerSlam 20, John Cena. We don't need to keep the SummerSlam 24s. We only need to keep the SummerSlam 1s. That's it. Apparently there's only one. Just one John Cena. Isaac, if you can try not to mention other YouTubers in my stream, that'd be very much appreciated. Now, what was I going to do? I lost my train of thought. Oh, we've only got 9 here, so we can't go into this. Actually, I want to check this. See the game rewards. Yeah, every single one of them has a bonus chance of that Eddie Guerrero. The Eddie Guerrero, and you can get the chance of the Dominic Mysterio a little bit later on. Ah, that's very cool. Kendall says, yo, WNO says, I'm back. Welcome back, WNO, Wrestling Night Out. He says, I will, I'm sorry. Can you try Survivor Series? I really don't feel like it. I know that I have to do Survivor Series in order to get the rarity draft pick, but oh, it takes so long to do a Survivor Series. Okay, so there are rewards in here that are worthwhile. Ah, dang it. I don't feel like doing it just now. I might do it a little bit later on. It is getting late into the night, and big old Grandcat is getting a little bit tired. What is this one? The next one's going to be up arrows. Okay, we've got pretty decent up arrows. We could maybe get a second pro. Ah, my goodness. No, I think I'll leave this for the time being. Big old Grandcat is getting a little bit tired. Let's see here. You know what? There's 5 minutes until we stream for 3 hours. Let's go ahead and start. WNO says, what about Boom? I didn't even look at the Boom rewards. I completely forgot about that. I was busy doing campaign. So let's see here. Our first one is going to be toughness. Let's go with our Jordan Grace with 86,000 in toughness. We're up to 76,000 already. Next one's going to be charisma. We'll go with Axiom, who's got 81,000 in charisma. Okay, we managed to beat that one easily enough. And what is our last one? It is going to be charisma. So that puts us up to 93,000. Is that going to be enough? Just barely managing to beat that Zelina Vega. So this one is speed to self. Let's change this one to speed then. Now it says put your strongest cards in. It automatically selects your strongest cards already. Oh, a new person says hi. I'm unsure of what language that is, but it looks very, very cool. Hello, welcome to the stream. So we're going to start with toughness with Ivar with 77,000, which is just enough to beat Gunther. Then it's going to be a tag team of speed. Bret Hart and JD McDonough. Okay, we managed to win with Macho Man and Andrade. Then the last one is charisma, which we're going to use with Chelsea Green. Okay, the next one's going to be power and charisma. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's try it, shall we? I said it's Chinese. I said Chelsea Green. Okay, the first one is charisma, which we're going to go with Axiom, who has 81,000 charisma. Next one is power. 91,000 power from Ivar. Siobhan White says, hearing Chelsea's name nowadays sounds boring. We want Samantha Irvin. And of course, we're going to use the table here and hope that our Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe are enough against Nikki Bella and Tiffany Stratton. And it looks like it was. That's another perfect game. Next one's going to be speed and charisma. And we're going to change this one to charisma, actually. Oh, our highest charisma is Maurice. We do have the Jimmy Hart, but I haven't leveled him up yet. I should probably do that. Okay, it's going to be pro. It's going to be tag team even, sorry, not pro. Oh, that might just beat my cards. Oh no, we managed to win. Nice. Okay, then speed. Let's go with Andrade, who's got 84,000 in speed. And then tag team of charisma. These two both have over 100,000 charisma. Siobhan White says, bro, imagine if Supercard just gave you a freebie on every pick, that would be heaven. It says, honestly, I like the new tier design. WNO says, I almost finished campaign yesterday, but my cards were still weak for some reason. Finishing campaign mode is actually very, very difficult. It's not an easy thing to do. We've only got 3 more of these to win. This one's toughness, speed, and charisma. So let's change you to toughness. What one is toughness? Toughness is this one. As it says, look at the new limited edition they put, British Bulldog. Yes, we took a look at it earlier. This is very, very cool. It is in reminiscence of Bret Hart versus British Bulldog at Summerslam 92. So we're going to start with Chelsea Green with her speed. Then it's Charisma, which is 81 and 77 with these two. And now, plus toughness, which is going to give us 72,000. Is that enough? 68,000, yes, we do indeed beat Kairi Sane. And we're only 1 away from getting to fight Ethan Page. So we are getting close here. This one is all power and toughness. Let's just jump into it. As it says, we get free plays on the new game they put. We do indeed. You get 1 a day. So this one is going to be tag toughness. Let's hope that's enough. 82,000, 72,000. Yes, it should be. We managed to win that one. Zen says, going to nap, have fun with the new rarity grat. Thank you, I will. Thank you for coming along to my live stream. It really does mean a lot to me that you all showed up to watch me playing Supercard. Oh, that's the brand new CM Punk. That was cool. And of course, we're going to use our table here. And 80,000 and 84,000. And that should be enough to take on Bronson Reed and Gunther. Now it says I came to apologise, that's all. Well, you did apologise, and I accepted your apology. So there is no beef between you and me. We are 2 minds of the same kind. And now we are against Ethan Page, who is all about toughness and speed. So this one is all toughness to deck. So we're going to change this one to match toughness to deck. And it's all speed to self. So we're going to change this to something that is speed. And speed is going to be the ladder. And let's jump in. And it says, I still follow you. And that is very, very much appreciated, Isaac. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate every single member of my Grand Cat Grand Fleet that watch. Okay, so this is going to be tag toughness. Now, I did say earlier in the video that I would give you a hint as to how I would give away the Battle Pass John Cena. And I am still thinking between one of 2 things. One of them is if you look at the chat and you see the little thing that says top fans, you can see that there's people that have 150 experience, people that have 125, people that have 100. And apparently, the way that you get the top fans in experience is you'll need to collect experience points by sending live chat messages or sending super chats and super stickers. So one of the things I was thinking about is doing a live stream, and whoever has the #1 rank at the end of the live stream, I would give them the Battle Pass. The other one is we might do a quiz, and the thing is, a quiz is going to be slightly harder because everyone's going to be answering at the same time, and then whoever gets a set amount of points, or whoever has enough points at the end of the quiz, will get the Battle Pass. So those are the two things. Shaman White says, will be giving out a pro or just one? Well, from the Battle Pass, you will be able to get yourself a pro by completing the Battle Pass. Isaac says, my cousin took my phone. Okay, well, he deleted the message, so maybe it was something rude that he was going to say, but he restrained himself. But that is the two ways I'm thinking about giving away the John Cena Battle Pass. And of course, that is only for the 47 of you still watching, 3 hours and 6 minutes into the stream. So a big, huge thank you and shout out to everyone who has been watching this far into the stream. Thank you. Isaac says I've written it wrong, sorry. That is quite alright. And let's go ahead and see if we can finish this off. I'm going to go and use Axiom and Ivar. I said, so basically my cousin took my phone and blocked you on Supercard. Are you sure that it was your cousin? It wasn't an upset Isaac that maybe did such a thing? Let's go ahead and use our ladder, because I suspect this is the one that the opponent will use their ladder. As expected. Shaman White says, goofy cousin. The real Mr. Carey says, I just pulled the Batista. Oh, that's very, very cool. Our last one is going to be the tag, toughness. And let's see if there's going to be enough 73,000 and 75,000 in toughness against Ethan Page and Austin Theory. And there we go. With that victory, we have managed to beat the fourth boss, who is still smiling, All Ego Ethan Page in the brand new SummerSlam campaign mode, which brings up to 2,100 campaign stars. And now we can go and grab our 100 milestone from collecting 2,100 stars, which is going to give us, it's a Pro Otis, which is also a fortified 1 Otis, because we pulled the other one earlier. And we also have the level 100 universe, which is plus charisma as well. So let's go ahead and make our Pro Otis, or as I like to call him, a Protus. And go to combinable. There we can see there is our Otises. So we need to make sure that we're proing the two that have, they're both level 100 and both have their 100 matches. Oh, all of them have their 100 matches, of course, and they're all level 100. So let's go ahead and just combine. And there we go, there is our Otis with the compactor. And we're going to fortify into a fortify 1. Going to go ahead and screenshot that one. So there's now an F1 Otis. Going to lock him down. He's already at level 65. We're going to go into the form center. We're going to level up our Protus to F1. And we'll try not to use any cards that we have yet to pro. Let's try that. So he's level 105, but is it enough? Still has 26 minutes left to go, so I think maybe just one more Jacob Fatu. Is that enough? That is complete. And let's look at our general. And there we go. So a fortified 1 Otis has 57.43 thousand in speed, 64.09 in charisma, 64.45 thousand in toughness, and 70.75 thousand in power. That is very, very cool. That is a very, very strong Otis indeed. That is very nice to see. There we go. There is our Otis. That was one of the most ridiculous images. Oh yeah. I think I prefer that image, so that's the one we're going to go with there. It's also really weird that we've got Otis and Maxine Dupree, both of course of Alpha Academy. So that is very, very cool to see that. And of course there is our Unseen 17 greatest of all time, John Cena, and of course Rey Mysterio with the world title. That is the signature Rey Mysterio card, which is very, very cool and very awesome to see as well. And with that said, folks, I think unless we have. No, we are at 9 of 10. Actually, let's go ahead and use our draft picks because we do have a couple of them. We've got 41 of them. Let's see if we can pull one last SummerSlam card. And if we do, we'll do one last SummerSlam thing. And then that'll be us for the stream. Though we do need to pull a SummerSlam card. I'm a little bit surprised we haven't pulled one yet. We're into the last 10 here and we still haven't pulled one. We only need to pull one. That one doesn't count because it's SummerSlam 24. There we go. There is one. It's John Cena. He has saved the day. So let's go ahead and take care of the ones that we don't need. WrestleMania 41 does not help. Legion doesn't help. SummerSlam 24 doesn't help. That's also SummerSlam 24. This one does help. The John Cena at SummerSlam 23. And again, the SummerSlam 24s do not help either. TB Soapcard says, is this a pay-to-win event? Actually, I think it's free to play. I don't think there's any way that you actually need to spend money in order to get any advantages. And now we've got 10 of them. Let's go ahead and jump in. And we're going to select all 10 and play with these. So 0 to our Mega Collection, 0 to our Mini Collection. But that's fine. It still lets us play. There we go, 3 music notes. Got Rey Mysterio and Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. Rey Mysterio and an unhinged Alba Fire. Rey Mysterio and Jacob Fatu. And what it did do was it increased our plays to 16. Of course, if we get to 50, we'll be on the maximum ones. And our Mega Collection is at 75 of 200, and our Mini Collection is at 42 of 80 already. So, I think it's really, really cool that there's the Batista with the world title, there's the Zelina Vega with the Women's United States Championship. There's also, over here, the Rey Mysterio with the old world title around his shoulder. And, of course, there is the... Try to remember where I saw them. Oh, is it in here? There it is. There's the Eddie Guerrero with the Undisputed title and the Dominic Mysterio with the Intercontinental title. And of course, there is the 2 images of John Cena with the championship, which is this one. And for anyone that hadn't seen it at the beginning of the stream, this one where he's got his back. And I think both of those are really, really awesome. I've always loved my title images. So it's really cool that we've got so many of them. I think we've got 6. I think it's John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Batista, and Zelina Vega, which is 6 brand new title image cards that we have got in this tier of W Soap card, which is, of course, SummerSlam 25. And we have now been streaming for 3 hours and 15 minutes. Also, there's 51 people in the stream and there's 50 likes. So thank you to everyone who has liked the stream. It's helped get the Grand Cat Grand Fleet noticed all over. And thank you all for showing up. Really sucks that for some reason the music is not active. If you if I take a look in here and go to options, if I go into settings, you can see that the music is supposed to be on and it just isn't working for some reason. So that absolutely sucks, but I'm sure that it will come back at some point later. And to all 53 of you who are still watching at this point of the stream, I want to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to every single one of my loyal Grand Fleet members out there who have been watching this, and I genuinely hope that you've all enjoyed watching me playing through and getting all these brand new cards. We've got the F1 Otis, we've got the Pro Maxine Dupree, we've got the Battle Pass John Cena, we managed to pull the Rey Mysterio event card, we haven't pulled the Eddie Guerrero yet, and we haven't got to the stage where we can pull Batista or Zelina Vega yet, and of course we'll be trying to get the Dominic Mysterio and the Eddie Guerrero as well. So there is plenty of things to look forward to. Of course, the Superstore in 7 days and 20 hours, just over a week, is going to have brand new SummerSlam cards in there as well. We've got the Giants Unleashed Finn Balor to look forward to tomorrow. Of course, we're going to get the Pro JD McDonough from this as well. It's also going to give you the William Regal and the Xavier Woods. So all of that's all going to be absolutely awesome as well. We've got so much to look forward to. And of course, I am also in the middle of preparing this Team Battleground. There's the cards that I've got. Let's go ahead and take a look at my team. Big Both has already started on getting those. Let's go ahead and use our TBG energy. And with that said, folks, my brain has turned to mush. I am getting slightly tired, and I've had a lot of fun starting this brand new SummerSlam 25 tier. I really like to see all the stuff that's going on with it, and it seems like it's going to be a very, very cool tier if the beginning is anything to go by. I'm really looking forward to trying to get some more of these cards, particularly the Batista, the Zelina Vega, and of course, the Eddie Guerrero and the Dominic Mysterio as well. Those all look very, very cool. I'm very, very pleased that I managed to pull the Rey Mysterio and the Battle Pass John Cena as well. And of course, I will be doing a giveaway for the big old John Cena Battle Pass at some point later. That'll come at some point closer to SummerSlam, I suspect. Or at least it will certainly be at the beginning of August at some stage. So that is going to be it for this little video, folks, and I really hope that you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. In fact, I shall see you all in the next live stream. Goodbye, everybody.